Hello and welcome back to RPGs Uncovered for episode 3 of the Starcrier Conflict. Let's as usual try to jump right into this. I'll keep our introductions short. As always, stick around for the intro and the outro for more information on what all of these lovely people are doing and more from one of our sponsors of this show, Veil of the Void Reforged, a great sci fantasy indie TTRPG. You can learn more about it, as I said, in our intermission and outro. But that's also one of the things you can scroll down for on the Twitch page and find more about. But do make sure not to leave here while you're perusing that, because we got a lot of really cool stuff coming up today. Let's see, just to get some short announcements out of the way. Let's see. One thing I definitely want to point out at the opening of this show is we have the Mayhem meter, which is the best way I can think of to collect funds to help pay these amazing cast members for all their time and dedication and talent. And I plug this first because that is first and foremost to me. So you can scroll down on Twitch. I think there's a way to get it on a YouTube page, but I've not figured it out yet. But if you're on Twitch, you can go to the About tab and scroll down, and you can see the Mayhem meter there. Not only does anything we collect through the Mayhem meter get split up and divvied out to this amazing cast, but every 50 bucks unlocks a little bit of Mayhem, and I have a fantastic idea of what that looks like today. So if you're in a spot to be able to donate to these amazing people, we can unlock something really cool. Something explosively sky high thermal terror. I'll just leave you with that. So go check out the Mayhem meter if you are able to donate. If you would like to donate to the show as a whole, and again, I stress the Mayhem meter first, but if you have more disposable income and would like to help the channel itself, you can head over to our Ko-Fi page. We have a bunch of stuff up there for previous seasons. We're getting stuff up on there for this show, things like our character dossiers and after shows. We might get some playlists, some Spotify playlists coming up there for to help get into character and understand our characters a little bit better. And that just goes for increasing production value. That's for things like character art and paying for music and software to make my life a little bit easier. So that's the best way to support the channel, other than, of course, just letting people know. So if you can't support monetarily, just go out and tell people about the show. Tell them to drop by. Tell them to hit the follows and the likes and all of those buttons. Check out our YouTube. Check out our Twitch. And come hang out on Discord, because I love talking to people. All right, let's not go over anything more. We'll save the rest for later. Let's say hello to our amazing cast now. Hello, cast.
Hello.
Hello, Jack.
Hello, Jack.
Hi.
Now, the question every week: do you remember your order?
I'm first. That's the only way I remember it.
Sean's got it
remember
easy.
it any other spot.
Easy.
Hi,
Lucky
I'm
boy.
Sean. I am playing August Walker, aka Solitaire, who commands the sniper hacker mech epithet.
And I believe that is me. Hello. Hey, howdy, hi. I am Haley. And I am playing your other hacker person, Siobhan, also known as Shiv to their friends and only their friends. And also known as their call sign Bite. I messed up my own name. That was really impressive.
I'm proud
That's
of
on the
you.
internet.
Truly.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Hi, I'm Q. I'm playing Logan Uhura, call sign Desperado.
Okay. I'm Andrew. I am playing Athan call sign Blacksmith, and I'm piloting Blade 2. And my kind of hacking is with axes, because that's how you do it.
This is a reoccurring argument. This is a thing that happens.
Oh no, Lion, you're muted.
Oh, lion.
Oh no, oh no.
Oh no.
Hold on, folks.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay. All right.
Hello.
Hear me?
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
There's,
Did I ruin everything?
you did momentarily. There's always one tech gremlin that sneaks through.
So always got to be the one. I'm so sorry. Hey, it's Drake Lionheart. Most people call me Lion. They, he, and today I will be playing John Tevick Creighton Vasier Harrison the Fourth. He, they, them. Who is piloting Throne. I don't need a specialization. I am the specialization.
Yes.
It's
wow.
fine.
I really don't know if you can get any more pretentious than his name. I just
Truly. It really sets the tone.
Yeah.
For
Oh no,
everything.
no, give them time. Give them time.
And as always, hello, I'm Jack, he, they. And I will be your commanding officer today, your GM, whatever you want to call it, for our little story here. All right. Let's jump right into this then. And actually, before we jump right into this, let's do a little recap, just to make sure we know where we are at, and to fill in Andrew here, who missed last session. So what I like to do, and I'm probably going to cut this and for the VOD and for the pod, just do a previously on the Starcrier conflict. But one thing I like to do with my players at the table is have them bounce the recap back and forth so I can see what stuck most for them. So, who wants to tell us what we've been up to so far on the Starcrier conflict?
Nothing good. Start
Everybody
there.
woke up and we had some really interesting talks about our pajamas. Because that's very telling about who you are as a character, I feel like, is what kind of pajamas you wear in cryo sleep. It's very important.
that was a thing for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's true. Yep.
Or what
We
pajamas
woke
you
up-
didn't wear in certain circumstances.
Right.
Yeah.
So we came out of cryo sleep. We got a sit rep of the place we are going to. It's not great, certainly, but it's manageable, or would have been, if the dice hadn't been wanting to tell a different story.
Yes,
Yeah,
Yeah, there were
nice, of
some things
course,
that happened that
There were some
didn't
things
make
that
it
happened.
easier.
Yeah.
You mean the things that could have
Um,
happened to make it easier that were supposed to happen but then didn't, despite
didn't.
the efforts of many of the people involved to ensure that they would?
Because the dice told a different story than what
Yeah.
we wanted.
Yes,
And
play
that
the dice.
story
wasn't my
was
fault at
screw you
all.
guys.
I definitely didn't make a choice that didn't have to happen.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
No.
Sure.
Yeah, you took
I'll-
you took a risk.
Right. And then
Yes,
we tried to course
risk-taking.
correct. We tried to course correct on that risk and then just made things
Made it
also not good.
Worse.
Yeah. I mean, someone would say worse.
I do want to point out that much like every other time, when they say we, what they mean is everyone but Tavik. It's very
Hey, bud.
important. They do a good
Hey,
job
bud.
of making that clear, but I just want to remind
bud.
everyone.
Hey,
Yes.
but let me do you let me do me a favor.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Well, we'll get to Tavik's mistakes shortly.
Hurtful.
Beach.
But specifically, this is a mission to Dresspol 1, a star system about 7-ish light years away from Far Station 12, where they originated from. So they spent the last, I believe, 8 months or so in cryosleep. Previously, they learned that this planet, a mining outpost for tantalum, a rare earth metal that is very highly used in a lot of very specialized equipment. Specifically, some of the more sensitive pieces of equipment in starships and mechs and really sophisticated computers. The outpost was attacked by presumably a band of just space pirates. And that's about all they knew until they, made their 8-month/7-year trip out to where they are now, out to Dresspol 1, where they found the situation was a bit more nuanced than that. Does anyone remember that nuance?
Well, they had far more equipment and backing than we expected them to have, particularly if they were just some rinky-dink pirate operation. They had better equipment, newer equipment, some of which is from Harrison Armories. Not that anybody around here has a connection to them. Yeah, they just seem to be a little bit more than just your rinky-dink pirate outfit that we were expecting. Orbital defenses and everything, so.
Yep. They seem to be I believe. You know what? I'm just gonna let you guys go with that, and I'll watch the replay to see if you're missing anything important. But having approached at the far edge of the system as you do, so you don't slam into planets at near light speed, started decelerating back into normal space speed, orbital speed, and it was Chauvin who decided to try to hack into the orbital defense net and try to mask their approach. Fortunately, that didn't work and had the opposite effect, alerting the defense net of their presence all the way out at the edge of the solar system, so they were able to begin preparations for a probable incursion of some kind. And then there was a short plan to create a sort of crybaby drone to send out as they were approaching the planet, try to make it look like there were 2 or more ghost drop ships that were moving about, so they didn't know exactly where they were releasing their primary attack. Unfortunately, in order to make that happen, they accidentally cannibalized the main sensor suite of the secondary sensor suite, which unfortunately triggered a cascade into the primary sensor suite, and they had to spend all the time they would have spent making the Crybaby actually repairing their ship, so that, well, again, they didn't slam into a planet or release too late or too soon or whatnot.
Yeah.
With that, however, they deployed pretty much as they would have, just without any additional advantage, and actually with the disadvantage of the defense net already being quite active. They were shot out of their launch tubes, and the secondary teams split off to begin harrying different parts of the defense net and drawing forces away, while our primary assault team focused on the weakest gap, or the weakest potential gap that they found. Unfortunately, that weak potential gap did include 2 Aegis mechs protecting 3 bombards, which continued to throw out flak and debris with explosive shells, making it more and more difficult for them to approach and forcing them to take more and more damage as they got into range. Now, we're going to move past this first stage narratively, because I think we played out everything we need to play out, and this is also a good GM tip for anyone out there. If a fight is just going too long and it's lost its luster, just move on narratively and learn how to course correct as you are getting used to a new system. We're all getting used to a new system with Lancer. It's my first time GMing. It's a lot of these people's first time playing. So we're gonna find that specific way to tune this game for us as we go forward. So let us drop into our story. We will pick up with a cinematic retelling of everything that happened in the previous fight. We see, again, these 4 primary and all of the secondary Lancers out of the launch tubes of this dropship. They line up in a formation, and most of them shoot off to begin pressing on different parts of this orbital defense net as these 4 wedge forward. Unfortunately, as they're flying forward, these Aegis shields overtake the defense platforms as they spin and start shooting out flat cannons. Unfortunately, it was Solitaire in Epithet who was hit with the first volley, and bits of debris are thrown everywhere. Pushes through that debris cloud as the rest of the team moves around the sides of that and begins pushing forward. There is cannon fire all around them as their mechs are shaken and tossed A few of them catch a little bit of debris here. Unfortunately, Desperado is hit almost directly with a number of different impacts. And we can see parts of the exterior hull of his mech begin to chip away. And in fact, we see a spark of flame begin to shoot up around one of the shoulder joints as he is taking heat damage. As they're getting closer and closer to this defense net that they are trying to take down, they begin firing their weapons, unleashing a number of tech attacks on them, and the fire continued. It is looking dire for at least the tip of the spear with Desperado and Epithet. And then, breaking formation, coming out from the side, we see Starblood's throne, a stark alabaster gleaming mech shoot forward, get up underneath the defense Aegis shield, and just release this stub cannon, a weapon that is non-standard to the base GMS Everest. With that, a shield goes up around himself, and I believe Desperado. And fire begins commencing in even more concentrated fashion on the lowest of the bombards. Now, let me throw it to you guys individually. We're not jumping into combat, but I'm gonna bounce it back and forth between you guys. Just give me some cool cinematic scene that stars your mech. Could be more than one action. Just give me a cool narrative cutscene. Who would like to go?
I'll go first. Frustrated for reasons that are probably apparent. Desperado sort of kicks it into high gear. The fire that is beginning to take over his mech gets vented. You can see, parts of the mech sort of open, release. The fire is moved away, and Desperado moves close, gets in to where the Aegis shield is, and just becomes a whir of motion. Lets out his drone gun. I forget what the name of it is. I'm so mad. I forgot words of things.
Come on, Q.
The Hunter Killer. There you go. It's the Hunter Killer. And just with his auxiliary gun, just hits the Aegis square dead on, the one that was already on fire, and takes out that shield, leaving it open for the rest of his squad.
Throws it away and deactivates the shield. All right, with that shield down, we see the bombards begin focusing fire on this main area over here, seemingly either unaware or unconcerned with Athen and Blade 2 up over there. More fire, more explosions around these 4 mechs down here. Desperado, let's see. I would like you. Let me bring up my ships here, actually, real quick. Pop this out. I would like you to make me. Excuse me. Yeah. Make me an agility check. And I'll give you a +1 accuracy on this for reasons. This is the best way I can think of to simulate multiple rounds of, back and forth attacks. A 9. All right, a 9 is that is not great. In the course of this cinematic scene, you are caught in various more blasts. Not hit directly on, but there is a focus of fire after your assault, and you just committed too much to being in this one area after choosing to take down the Aegis. It allows these bombard defense systems to pretty much light up that area. I would like you to take 5 more explosive damage. With that, however, if I can, I would like to nominate Athen for our cutscene. If you have something you can think of, I know you weren't here last week.
Oh, I've got ideas. Don't
All
worry.
right.
So just seeing that my teammates are getting at this point basically blown to shit, and seeing that we have an opening, I'm just going to boost into one of the now exposed bombards. And the idea that I have is to slam into it as hard as possible, start cutting it with the axe, and then when I have an opening, just start unloading the shotgun into it to try to destroy it from the inside. See, my hacking works.
Yes. All right. Sorry, I was playing around with the sheet. Did you say you were going after an Aegis or a bombard?
Bombard.
All right, so you can fly in and attack one of these bombards, focusing again. You are zooming around it, taking out this axe, and zooming in to actually get in under the joints, chopping off the actual launchers of this defense system, getting into their primary targeting array, and effectively cripple this bombard up here. If I can get that selected. There you are. With that, let's say you give me a, I don't think these Aegis are really capable of doing much outside of defense. So I'm gonna say they're actually just gonna make an attack against you. And we'll see how that goes. Let's see. I'm going to give them accurate for reasons. I love the animations.
Oh, yeah.
Even with the accurate, however, it does miss. So while you are focusing your assault on this bombard, you do notice that the Aegis has swiveled and begun just releasing a series of little laser flashes around you. Some of them even impacting the bombard, some of them just flying out into the void around you. Warning lights come on in your cockpit that you are being targeted, but you are just moving too quickly around this bombard, hacking off pieces of its hull and creating almost this flat curtain around yourself as you just completely chop up this bombard. Who's next?
I think I would like to take that.
All right.
Okay, so seeing one shield down and another shield still up, I think Shiv's gonna kind of like boot in and go, hacking works, it's just delicate, you brute. And is going to come in and is going to try to, I guess, kind of just hack into that shield and get it to shut down from the inside out.
All right. Go ahead and make me a tech attack then. And you are going to get, you would normally get 1 accuracy on this. Go ahead and give yourself 2 accuracy on this.
Okay. Okay, so 1 plus another 1.
Again, signaling multiple attempts over. Awesome. Yeah. That would be a critical, but tech attacks don't usually have critical. Some of them do, I think. So, yeah, you are able to hack into the defense Aegis and shut that down. Do you have a way to narrate that?
Not really. My brain just
That's fine.
blanked. Actually, I would kind of like it if Bite was able to get in really close and like grab onto it and
Mm,
is actively like working on it.
all right. Practicing your goblin skills. You
Just a little.
you zoom in forward and actually latch on to the exterior hull of this ship, which is only a little bit bigger than the standard GMS, actually, than the Everest. You manage to actually attach onto it and pull out a data cable, which for people, a data cable is tiny. For a mech, it's this like massive, probably not fiber optic because we're 10,000 years in the future, but this massive cable that you pull out and actually just physically connect to some sort of data port on the exterior of this device. And you can see, because this is a drone, it doesn't really have a cockpit, but you can see that there are warning lights beginning to pop up. You can see the thrusters in the back are beginning to spit and sputter and smoke and go out. And then, of course, the Aegis shield drops. The lights in the what lights there are on this drone go off, and it just begins listing through space. Let's see. How about I'm gonna say since you did narratively latch onto it, I'm not gonna give you an agility check. I'm going to give you a hull check.
Oh boy. I'm sure that'll go so well for me. Okay, so agility. Oh, actually, I am good at those. Okay, technically, I
Well,
say right before disaster strikes.
you're doing hull, not agility.
Ah, shit. I got excited.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Oh no.
That's a natural
no.
1 with no bonuses. All right, so you do, as I said, you do latch onto this and begin your direct interface assault. Unfortunately, that does leave you wide open to this central bombard to just swivel, and seeing that you are effectively decommissioning this Aegis is just going to open up a missile barrage right on the Aegis itself. And I would like you to take... Yeah, that was a bad roll, and we're simulating multiple rounds. Go ahead and take 8 explosive damage.
Okay, and so I take that to. What do I? How do I damage myself?
Under HP.
Okay, and I just change my 10 to an 8 to 2. Math.
That you are still above 0.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. So you do not lose a structure yet.
Oh goody.
All right. What else do we have?
Could have been worse.
Should I go next?
Sure.
So, over comms, I think you hear. Yes, he might be a brute, but even brutes have their uses. Let's play nice. And then you see Throne sort of shoot by towards the lower rocket set. And there's a moment before he gets there where a rocket fires off. And he sort of like pulls out the giant sword on his back and sort of like cuts through it while vaulting over it. It explodes. He's obscured for a moment. And another one fires off into the smoke. As he comes around, he sort of grabs that second one and uses the momentum, and like half the thrusters on Throne cut in, and he pivots and is gonna jam the missile back into the rack to try and take the rack out.
All right. Okay.
Because he's always got to be extra.
Yeah, so what are you trying to do? Make the missiles explode inside the bombard?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, what
I figure the one will start a chain reaction and we should be able to take it out though.
Yeah.
I say we, but I'm sorry. I mean me, because we and me are two separate entities. They've made that very clear.
Yep. All right. And
But I will take them out for us.
Mm-hmm.
Don't act like you don't make that same distinction.
Yeah, and actually, because we're doing this narratively, this isn't combat. I didn't actually need to make bite make a roll. You guys shouldn't be making a roll. I'm doing retaliatory strike. So what you narrate happens. So you do shove this missile back into the tube as it's beginning to fire, and you shove it in, try to spin yourself away so you are not caught in the explosion. But let's see if you are caught in the explosion, as this one missile is just cooked within the missile launcher itself, explodes, and there's a chain reaction right in that one missile launcher, sending the other missile launcher over to, out in the void, where missiles just fire off like fireworks. Go ahead and make me an agility check.
Certainly. I get +1 to my agility checks because I have
Excellent.
acrobatics. Do. Just have to find where. There it is. Okay. Got +1. That's a 16.
All right. Well, this bombard down here is thoroughly destroyed. And you will take 3 points of explosive damage, managing to get outside of the primary blast radius, but you hear warning lights go off as just large bits of flaming debris stick into or bounce off of the backside of Throne.
Yeah, I think there's a moment where, as it erupts, as the flames clear, you can all see that Throne is still standing there. There are small bits on the modified armor pieces that are slightly on fire, and then, almost in a way that seems pointed, they are jettisoned. They're just these very tiny pieces of over armor just floating away.
Very nice. I believe it is now up to Solitaire to dispatch this final bombard. You're muted.
Of course I am. Okay. So the final bombard in the middle, as everything else is exploding around it, it turns towards Desperado as he's the closest target and starts to draw a bead on him. And you see Epithet come up over the top almost just before this thing fires. And the bombard sort of, almost like if it was a person, it would be like a twitch, as little bursts of electricity and stuff pop out from inside of it as some of its systems start to overload. And then just for an instant, there's a pause, and that right arm comes up with the assault rifle. The energy rifle lowers into place, firing both of those simultaneously as the nanite swarm. And it all just kind of funnels into a single spot. Almost Macross-esque, with the little nanite swarm around the energy and the bullets to punch a hole from one side out through the other of the bombard.
Excellent. We do see, as these nanites are burrowing through, blasts of shrapnel coming off of it as it burrows this hole straight through the bombard. There is still a bit of sparking tech going haywire as more of these rockets, again, without targeting anything in particular, just shoot out and squiggle throughout space and explode all around everybody. Go ahead and make me an agility check with +1 accuracy, because you do engage from such a distance.
21.
All right. Yes, because this is multiple rounds, even though that is well above what you need, I'm gonna say you take 1 explosive damage, just because I have to hit you for something. With that, we see this debris field where the defense net was being targeted. Just bits of flaming shrapnel scattered around this space where there used to be 3 of these quite dangerous and not terribly large, but still, starship grade defense satellites. There's just a field of flames. With that, over the radio, or I should say the comms, Starblood, Starblood, excellent work there, but as your second in command, I must recommend that you stay in formation. Have mission parameters changed? This is, of course, Hajiri, or Lisbeth Azamalaki.
No, we're all clear to go. I just had to make sure our spearhead stayed sharp.
Well,
What's the sit rep out there?
the secondary teams have been harrying the other sites. I would recommend calling them in as a sort of offensive sheath as the primary team penetrates down into the atmosphere. There are anti-air turrets, and they will need further protection. We can leave some up here to guard the dropship, make sure it is not attacked. But otherwise, we will need to do the same harrying maneuver on the ground forces and anti-air forces.
Noted. Take point, make it happen. I'm going to escort our Team 1, their primary location. I'll be back.
If you think that wise.
Starblood out.
All right, we can see the about 24 or so other mechs in the distance as the camera, your team of now 5, begins to push through this flaming debris field. The camera swivels back, and we can see a number of these other forces, again, mostly GMS Everests, begin to break away from their formation. More rockets flying off in the distance. We can see more energy shields from the Aegises blinking on and off as the defense net tries to compensate for being pressed in a number of different areas. But we see the majority of these Everests, almost like a swarm of bees, recoalesce and zoom down the same funnel that you guys have created. And you are burning through the atmosphere. A very gentle burn. You're taking this shallow, circuitous route, trying to confuse the ground defenses on exactly where you are going to focus your primary run towards the mining complex. And in doing so, it will bring us down into the atmosphere. You see, however, on your approach that there are a number of these hangar bays that you were able to see from orbit. Now, unfortunately, you can see that they are much more active. From this distance, you can't make out, certainly not individuals, and not even individual vehicles, but you can see that there is movement down there. And then you notice from some of them, they are releasing what looks like fighter jets of some sort, and then pinging up on your sensors are more interceptor fighter craft. All right, let me bring these in here. Set up the map. Ooh. Don't do that. All right. And I need to bring Roan in here as well. Now, you guys can see the map? No.
No, it's not
can't see
visible
the
to
No,
map.
us.
yeah, no,
Not
mine.
yet.
Okay.
You have to set
okay.
it to active.
Right.
I think the first map is still the active map.
Active. There you go. You guys should be loading in now.
All right.
There we go. Now we're loading.
All right, let me make everything visible, and I will add everybody to the turn order. All right, is that... There we go. Are you guys loading in?
Yep.
Getting there.
We're trying.
Yeah, this is a moving map,
sitting at
so
98.
it might take a second for you guys. Yeah, I thought I set that to preload, but it might not have worked. Still figuring out Foundry. All right. So while this is loading, I can narrate some more. You are flying in. We see the flames of your atmospheric entry begin to dissipate, and there is not a thick layer of clouds, but you are high enough up that you are above this layer of sort of wispy low atmosphere clouds. You do know that there is, of course, atmosphere here. It is a relatively thin atmosphere. But there is an atmosphere here, and it is hot. I will also point out we are on the night side of the planet at this time. Oh, that's interesting. If you make your mech say something, it zooms the camera in. So if I could request not doing that, but that's an interesting feature.
What?
Yes, so you are skimming through the atmosphere and you notice you are approaching a series of defense installations, some of them hangars, again shooting out these fighter interceptors. Some of them look like they have a suite of sensors and radar dishes and whatnot. And on approach to the facility, you know, your mission is, of course, to make a beeline straight for the complex, and you are riding just underneath the orbital sensor sweep that the main complex is able to send out, and just at the extreme edge of the anti-aircraft turrets. If you go higher or lower by really any noticeable degree, you'll either be detected, or you will be able to be very precisely targeted. So you are right in that sweet spot. Right now, however, as it stands, they have only the sensors from the individual ground installations where they are trying to, it's almost like picking up pings as they move across. They don't have a direct bead on exactly where you are or exactly the speed or trajectory of your approach, as long as you stay within these parameters. And as you notice coming into extreme range of your, not your targeting sensors, not your weapon sensors, but your just general visibility sensors, you do notice the complex and again a series of defensive installations. And then you get these warning lights of contacts rapidly approaching behind you and attempts to lock on. Is the map loaded for everybody? You all here?
Yes,
Excellent.
just got there.
You can see the map. You can see
I'm
your
still
mechs.
waiting.
So am I.
No. Okay.
It's fine. I'll just
Well,
pretend that I can see what I'm doing.
yeah. Hopefully that'll load up shortly. I'm going to keep actually all of you guys pretty much where you are. If you would like to swap locations with each other, you can do it. But let's not move too far in any one direction. Now we are second combat into our really first dive into Lancer, and already I'm going to muck around with the rules because I like doing that. So, as you can notice, you guys are flying. You are constantly moving. So it is assumed that you are keeping up your momentum, and that is taking up most of your movement. So if you want to move any direction but backwards, you're essentially moving at half speed. Non-damaging difficult terrain, basically. I believe everybody has a movement of 4 right now
Yes.
in the Everest. So you can move 2 hexes instead of 4. Any direction but backwards. Now backwards you can move your full amount, your full 4 hexes. Basically you're just drifting up and pushing yourself back if you choose to do that. But then you will have to crawl forward back more as you try to throw your afterburners in to try to make up that distance once more. And there will be more funky things to worry about as stuff happens. But I will point out you will be engaged and hopefully engaging ground-based targets. Now you are several thousand feet up at this point. I mean, you're not like 30,000 feet up like, you know, an airplane, because you're trying to stay under that global radar. But you're probably, you know, you're 6 or so thousand feet up. well outside of the normal targeting range of your weapons. But engaging ground forces, and you'll see what I'm talking about when we get there. You will be taking some negatives, but you will be able to fire because they will be large installations that are not moving. But we'll get to that when we get to that. So let's start off our combat then, and hopefully we'll load up for everybody.
I now can see the map.
Excellent.
We are good.
You can now hear, actually, because you are in atmosphere, you can hear the whistle just barely. I mean, it is obviously an airtight cockpit that you are in, but you can just barely make out the whistle of air moving at, Mach speeds as you are flying through this thin atmosphere. And you see 4 of these interceptor aircraft zoom up behind you. Not gaining in speed too quickly. It looks like they fired their afterburners and the majority of their main thrust to meet you here, but they are actively engaging and attempting lock-ons. You can see missile bays underneath each of their wings. In typical
behind us. Okay.
In typical Lancer fashion, we start off with one of the players.
Can I go?
Absolutely.
Do that. Cool. I'm going to first off. I'm going to use my brilliance ability. Lets me take a quick tech action as a free action, and we are going to invade.
All right.
Little guy right here. Tech.
Who are you targeting?
It would be this second one here.
All right. Even tech attacks have animations, so you can select target and fire away.
Are these drones like the other ones?
These are not. You can actually see there is a cockpit that does look like it has a person in it.
Okay.
So no, you do not get your no accuracy for these.
All right. So let's go. Did not get in with the invade. Oh well.
All right. No, not with a 5.
So, let me double check stuff.
We need battle music.
But I can lock on as a free action when I use that.
Excellent. So
I
you
will
have
lock on to that guy, and then I'm a barrage. First off, he's getting the right arm, the assault rifle Nexus combo. And let's go ahead and consume. Oh, I didn't mark that I locked onto him. You thing.
I'm trying to look at all these different symbols to try to find lock on. There you are. All right, lock on. Why did I lock on all of them? Oh, they might be showing.
They share a sheet.
They're sharing a sheet. Yeah, I didn't set up all of the different interceptors.
No worries.
Okay, yeah, because there's the possibility that there's going to be a lot of interceptors.
It should go away.
Yeah.
As soon as I hit this, though. We're going to. Bam. That's 6 points.
All right, 6 points of damage on that interceptor. Now let me. I'm looking for specifically. Cool. Now, did you say barrage? Because that is a full action.
It is.
Wasn't the tech attack a quick action?
No, once per scene, with the Chomalonga can make a quick tech action as a free action.
Excellent. Missed that. Awesome. So that was your first attack. You said 6 points?
Yep, that was 6 points from the assault rifle.
And actually, as you are firing that, where is it? There you are. No. Where'd you go? Yeah, it is going to use its reaction to do a barrel roll. So you are firing this attack, and it is just going to barrel roll up over here, and the shots fire off in the distance.
Well, does reliable 2 still count?
Yeah, I think reliable pretty much always counts.
'Cause
So
it's-
we'll
yeah,
take at
it
least
still
2
does
damage.
2 damage.
Yeah, excellent. With that, however, it begins to barrel roll, and you're just able to swivel your arm just enough, fighting against the rush of atmosphere against you, and destroy this interceptor.
Oh,
Come on,
he
blow up.
did, huh?
There you are.
Okay.
Let me just move it back a little bit. Well, actually, there's no reason to keep debris flying in place, so we'll just get rid of it. There we go. Yeah, it
Okay.
explodes in a fireball, and you can see debris begin raining down. All right. Is that your turn?
No, it is very much not my turn.
Okay.
Okay,
Oh, yeah, you
so
have another weapon
well,
to fire.
I have several more weapons to fire. All right. Well. Oh no! Boundary froze.
Boundary froze. Oi.
Oh,
Try reloading.
I'm getting there.
Okay. Always tech gremlins. Always tech gremlins. While we're waiting for that, let me actually see if I can make some more V17s. See if I can get at least 4 of them in here. So you are... This is not going to be easy to do on the fly. Yeah, you are zooming through the atmosphere, weaving just a bit, not necessarily in and out with your other Lancers, but trying to keep formation as tight as possible as you are moving quite close together at the speeds you are going. And firing backwards with your various weaponry. You take out that interceptor, exploding in a fireball, raining debris down. You can see the other ones are beginning to prime up their missile launchers. And you can still make out in the distance that there are more of these interceptors being launched from ground positions. Let's see. I believe these are vehicles. And these are aces. Alright. Fortunately, I think if I duplicate them, it still counts as the same sheet, so I have to make multiple sheets. So we'll call this
Okay.
V17 too. Are
Alright, got
you
that.
loading back in?
Yes. All right.
Awesome.
So, and then from that same mount is his Nexus. We will fire at this guy here with that. Are you gonna go?
Oh no. What's Foundry doing now?
I don't know. It's not wanting to work.
Okay. Let's pop these out, actually. So I'm not blocking the screen. If it's not working, do you have physical dice?
Yeah. Let me.
And it makes rolling a little bit more difficult because it's not all automated, but you gotta keep moving.
All right. So that's a 14 with the Nexus.
All right, and that goes against their E defense.
Yes.
All right, easily penetrate. So you send out a swarm. What does that do?
Let's see. That is 3 points of damage as that nanite swarm again just bursts out, does the Macross spiral attack, and just starts eating through its.
All right. Now
Perfect.
this is a weapon, correct? It's not a tech attack.
Correct. It is a weapon. It
All
is
right.
a smart weapon.
With that, this interceptor is going to use its barrel roll and fly down this way. You shoot off this stream of nanites, and it does clip into the wing as it moves about. You can see bits of debris sort of eat through, smoke trailing off one of the wings, and it does sort of dip a bit and lose a bit of altitude. But the pilot seems skilled enough that he does keep it. He adjusts, keeps it flying steady, as the majority of your nanites just sort of get swept up and swept away by the atmosphere.
Okay. 1, 2.
Assuming that weapon does not also have reliable.
It does not,
All right.
unfortunately. It's still got the rolling thing up for my Nexus. I can't get rid of it. Let's see here. Okay. In that case, let's see if it'll let me do this. 4. All right. So let me move on the map anyway.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my other hand, which is 2 segment knives.
Are you overcharging for this?
Nope. This is still part of Barrage.
Well, barrages you attack with 2 weapons or a single super heavy. So you attack with your rifle and your
Oh.
swarm.
2 weapons on 1 mount counts as 1.
Okay.
So if you have 2 weapons on the same mount, which the assault rifle and the Nexus are both on a main/aux weapon mount, you get to fire both of them at the same time
It's an
as,
aux weapon.
as
Gotcha.
one attack.
Gotcha.
And then I've got 2 segment knives, which are both aux weapons on 1 mount.
All right. Yeah. Hack away.
But yeah, so drops back. That left hand, which is normally just a hand, you see energy, basically energy claws come popping out here, and just this flowing stream of energized nanites, basically.
Excellent.
And we'll see if we can't actually do something. That's a 7. That definitely missed on that first one. The second one is a 16, though.
All right. That, however, you sort of pivot upward and allow the atmosphere to push you back towards this mech, throwing your burners on as you are just in front of it. Try to reach back and swipe, and it moves backwards a bit itself, and you compensate and try to slash back again. And unfortunately, it is going to barrel roll.
I knew you were going to do that.
Yep.
You jerk.
But you are eating up their barrel rolls.
Yeah. Alright, well, that is... I'm not going to overcharge, so... That'll do it for me.
Okay.
And I'm going to reload this again, so...
With that, I think the one that you initially attacked, V17 down here, which is V17-2. I was hoping to be able to do this all on one sheet, so I didn't have to have so many sheets open, but unfortunately, all the tokens are linked to that sheet. All right. That V17 is going to use a quick action to attempt to lock on. So this is... How do I roll that on here? Roll their tech attack. There you go. Against Epithet. Roll. That is a miss. You notice the hacking attempt, the lock-on attempt, and you throw out your own electronic warfare countermeasures. But even without the lock-on, it is going to attempt to fire its missile launcher at you. Now, these are smart and seeking weapons, which, fortunately, doesn't tell me exactly what that... Okay, so seeking seems to add some accuracy. It doesn't have the lock-on to consume, but this will be going against your tech defense as opposed to your evasion. That is a hit for 4 damage. 4 explosive damage. All right, who is next?
Y'all mind if I go real quick?
Take it away.
Great.
All right. So just kind of, I take a look at what Solitaire's doing. I'm like, hey, you know what? I like your idea, and I'm going to boost back as well. So I'm going to make my move, and then with this fighter that is above me, I am going to attempt to shoot it with my shotgun. I'm going to be using a barrage. So that is going to be a shotgun attack, which I get an accuracy because, handshake etiquette.
Excellent.
It's a 9 to hit.
A 9, I don't believe works. No. It sees you dropping back closer to it, and it dips its wing down and drops altitude a bit as your shot fires just over the cockpit.
Okay, and then with my second mount, I am going to fire my flex mount, which has a missile rack and a pistol. So that I'm going to be shooting my missile rack down at this bottom one. So that is going to be
The very bottom.
Wait, was my missile rack used in the last battle?
I may have used it. If it's consumed, just go
believe
ahead and
Jack
check
did
it
use it.
for you.
Okay.
Yeah, it actually, for all of you guys, if you had anything that needed to be reloaded, since we sort of summed up the last fight narratively, and you had some time as you were entering atmosphere, you can reload everything.
Okay, that is going to be that's another 9 to hit on this bottom one.
And 9 does not beat their evasion.
Yep, and then I have a pistol that I'm going to go ahead and fire at. Actually, am I in range for that? Just want to do a quick check. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and fire a pistol shot at that one as well.
You get +1 accuracy because the pistol CQB.
Yeah.
Problem.
No, I'm not within my threat range. It's only a 3 to hit, unfortunately, but it is reliable 1 at least.
Hey, welcome back, Andrew.
You only got
So it's just going to be
three.
fighting it. Yeah, but it's reliable 1 at least.
Reliable 1. Well, that is enough. You were firing at which one?
It would be the one that is here in the back.
Excellent. All right. You quickly move around and fire at that. It goes to try to barrel roll, but unfortunately, much like Epithet before you, you are able to just twitch your arm and reacquire the lock-on as it is blown apart and rains down onto the ground.
Damn, these little bastards are fast.
Damn quick is what they are. Freaking varmints.
All right. Moving back to an enemy turn, the one up here, which I believe is the number 3 interceptor at this point, is going to drop back a little bit and is going to... Who do I have you linked to? Number 4. This is number 4. All right. It is going to try basically the same thing against Blade. So it is going to first attempt a tech attack to lock on. That hits. I'm not going to bother marking you right now because it is immediately going to consume that lock on with a missile launch. Actually, no, I believe. Let me check real quick. Lock on, I think, is for everybody else. You can't use your
Either
own
one.
lock on.
Yeah, you can.
Can you?
I think so.
Oh, it's grayed out probably because I didn't didn't put it on you. Well, we'll just go with that. As I said, we're all learning the system. So let me actually then go up here. I press lock on. Yeah, interesting. You do actually have to apply the lock on there. All right, cool. So we got Seeking, lock on, and this is going against your E defense, Blade 2. You are hit with 4 points of explosive damage.
Hang it in there. But my structure is not looking great.
All right. Well, your HP is not looking great.
Yeah, HP is not looking great. I'm
You
about to
still
lose
have
the
full structure, but maybe not for long. All right. Who's next?
Me. I won't do it.
All right, take it away.
Okay. All right, we're gonna move here. That should be enough for shooting. We're also going to barrage. Yeah. All right, let's see. I have seeking, I think. What do I have? Haha. So I'm using my pistol, and I get it accurate with that.
All right. Are you in range for that?
And it says seeking on here. Yes.
Sweet. Let's bring that up.
At least I should be.
Let's see. Your
It's 5, so it should be.
Yeah, with your pistol? Yeah, you are in range. I don't see
Yeah.
seeking. It's reliable.
Reliable, not seeking.
No, reliable. It was just on the little roll thingy here. That's fine.
Okay. That snuck through without telling me. Cool. Okay. That only does a D3 damage. Yeah. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
You target. What is that? That's a new animation playing there.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is.
Huh. Is that the one you were targeting, Q? No, you were targeting this one down here because you had to be within range.
Oh,
Okay. Well, I'm not sure what
right, I
this is
sure
all about.
was.
Guys, we found the boss. That's secret
Yeah.
BEG.
Right.
Get him.
It was on because it was on some of us, and then it moved over to that. I don't know.
Oh, I think it might be tracking who's next in our initiative, but we don't use initiative. I thought I had this turned off, but maybe because it's a different scene, it resets. Anyway,
Oh.
still things to learn about Foundry. The 15, however, does hit this interceptor, and now this one. Let's see. I believe this one used its barrel roll, so you were able to just blast into it with your pistol. Even though it doesn't do a lot of damage, you're able to move your hand backward and just take a couple shots straight into the cockpit. This interceptor doesn't explode and crumble, but it does just list and begin losing atmosphere as you see it fly down and eventually crash into a mountain below.
Hell yeah, Desperado. That's how you do it.
Got it. And then I guess I can't attack with the second one, so I guess we're good. So just I guess just regular shot.
Yeah, it would come down to your range. Now, I don't know specifically how it does in the book, but I imagine you can, if you're doing a barrage, you can fire, move, and fire. Something I'd have to look up.
Okay.
But we're being wibbly wobbly with the rules anyway. So if you do need to get closer, you can attempt to do so. It is far enough back that as long as you are moving backwards with each hex you go, it won't be difficult terrain. But it might
As
be
we move
difficult.
to so
Pop that out so I'm not
Come
blocking
on.
everyone's view. With that, I will also note.
I didn't
for everybody-
activate protocol.
You can activate your. You didn't use that last fight.
No, I fairly certain protocols once a scene, right?
No, it is once
You have to
per
have it-
rest. Or
Yeah,
full
because
repair.
that's your core powers,
Oh,
so,
okay.
so you can only use it once per full rest, full
Yeah.
repair.
Yeah, as
Yeah.
far as your
Okay.
core power,
All right, that's fine.
protocols are kind of like a free action at the beginning of your turn. There are non-core action protocols,
Yeah,
but your core action
but your
is once
core
per long rest,
specifically.
Gotcha.
which I
Okay.
think you used
All right.
last time. But if you say you didn't, I'll believe you.
I did.
Okay.
No, I definitely used it. So that's fine. I mean, we can let somebody else have the fun. It's okay.
Well, I will point out for everybody, as you are moving forward, you just notice at the very edge of your targeting sensors, again, not your weapon targeting sensors, but your primary sensors, you do see that there is a facility down there that is just lit up with electronic signals. This looks to be one of their primary electronic warfare facilities. One of your primary targets that you need to take out on your approach so that they, one, don't hack your systems, and two, it will help mask your specific location upon approach. So, anyone who has, let me bring this up in CompCon. Yes, you will be able to, at this range, make an attack, but it does have +2 difficulty because it is at extreme range. It's still a large facility that is not moving because it's a building, but because it's so far away, you will have +2 difficulties. Though that's -2d6 on your roll. But you cannot use. You can't use obviously melee or CQB weapons.
I have a question.
Yes.
I have mines. Could I, in theory, drop a mine so that it will land
When
on
when you
the
are
facility?
when you are over top the facility, I will definitely let you do that. But you are
Wonderful.
way out from the facility at this point. You are on approach.
Yeah, no
Bombs
problem.
away.
Just
But yeah,
prepping in my
You want to do a
head.
bombing run? Absolutely.
Absolutely, I do.
Also, I
Okay,
should have
you're
mentioned this
doing it.
earlier.
I have
This
mine.
is this is our big anime dogfight sequence. So ham it up, guys. Make it cool with your descriptions. We're dogfighting. But with any of that said, Q, do you have anything additional to do?
Not at the moment. I think
Okay.
we're just gonna just keep it cute.
All right. You can see, however, that there are definitely more interceptors on the way, outside of your range, though. Let me mark you off of the turn order, and make sure everybody is... Alright, sweet. So with this last one left, it is going to... Is this the one that was left? I'll play around with the next wave and make sure everybody is properly in the turn order. But it is going to swoop down a little bit. And what is the range on this guy? Yeah, they actually have quite some range with their weapon and their sensors, so it should... Yeah, that's only 8 away. Alright. So we're going to target Desperado here. Because you were the last one to blow up one of this person's wingmen, and it is going to again use its normal tactic of lock on and fire. It's going to attempt to lock on, which hits. I will mark that because I have to. There we are. And then it is going to launch one of its missiles. You can see that missile drop from underneath its wing, and the burner, as it flies forward, weaving past Blade 2 and Epithet. This is going against your E-Defense, consuming lock-on, and it has Seeker. For a critical hit. Which... We've not actually had criticals.
Oh, well, I will say I know that most NPCs can't crit.
Yeah, I think that is most
Yeah.
NPCs can't. So we're not going to worry about it. It would probably build it into the display anyway. But Desperado, you take 4 explosive damage as you are hit square on with another explosive shell.
Ouch.
All right. Between Starblood and Bite.
I will take that happily,
Alright.
because now I can make fun of him for doing nothing.
So we have this last interceptor in range, and we do have the electronic facility at the far edge.
Okay. I think I'm less likely to be helpful there. I do have mines though, so I like the idea of dropping some things later. What I am gonna do is between Desperado and Blacksmith, who looks worse, or who looks like they could use the help?
On a scale of 0 to 16, I'm at 2. I'm fine. It's all right.
Don't love that. They're there, buddy.
I mean, 0 to 12, I'm at 3.
And is down one
This is the
structure.
second time.
Yeah. No,
Mhm.
focus. Yeah.
This is
Bite, help Desperado. If all else fails, I can patch her up.
Okay. Then I'm going to. I think the most helpful thing I can do for you right now is bolster and hopefully get rid of the guy that just hit you. So I'm going to bolster Desperado, and then I'm going to. I just targeted myself. That was stupid. I'm gonna gooch my booch over, so I can target that guy, and I'm going to hit him with an invade.
All right.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Hold up, I have so many tabs open. I'm freaking out.
Yeah, tell me about that.
Okay.
How many tabs do you have open?
Why? Where's the rule? Heck attack. There we go. Jesus, that took so much effort. Okay. Just regular. I don't have anything extra to it, so I just roll.
Yep. Excellent.
Bootiness. And then I would like to use as my extra thingy that I can do on successful tech attacks for invade. I'd like to use System Crusher. Target takes an additional 2 heat and for a total of 4. If it exceeds their heat cap, they take 4 burn as well.
Okay.
Oh, that's nasty.
Yes, that
One of my
is
favorite
nasty.
things.
And fortunately, these are grunts, and also this was not a weapon attack, so they can't just barrel roll out of the way. So you see from the camera probably zooms in from where you are, sort of typing away. I assume you have this almost like hacker rig setup inside the cockpit of your mech, and you are launching this electronic attack. And the camera zooms out from where you are, drops back through the clouds, and we get this zoom in of the pilot's face, and just goes, eyes just go wide behind their helmet as we see a number of warning lights begin flashing up, reflected off of the mask of their helmet, and the engines of the plane just shut off. And begins nosediving.
In binary code on one of his screens, it's gonna read, can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen. Just because Mike thinks they're funny.
All right.
Oh my god.
You do see, however, just before you notice an explosion down on the ground, you catch the very faintest glimpse of a parachute.
Rude.
All right.
All
That
right,
is
well,
all
somebody
of
gets
the...
to live to know about my terrible pun.
Yeah. As all of the readily available fighter interceptors, but there are more on course. And then we do have this electronic facility over here on the edge of the map. Just move that into view for everybody else. Of course, it's not moving over the terrain, but
No, we're
more
moving
just
towards
there
it,
for target.
obviously.
yeah.
Yeah.
I can play around with variable movement speed, but we'd have to change it once the interceptors come back.
I don't think we need to worry about that.
Yeah. Is that your turn, then, Bite?
Yeah, that's all I got. I did something cool, I made a bad pun. I'm set.
With that, we are on Throne. Actually, the electronic facility is within range, so I can use it. Let's see. This has a number of options, and man, I gotta say, okay, this isn't the terrible one yet. Yeah, this isn't the electronic facility. This is an anti-air defense cannon. That's what it is. Scratch that. You don't see a number of electronic signals. You see some of them. You see target locks mostly, but they're not able to directly lock on. This is one of the approaching anti-aircraft defense installations, and it is going to. Yeah, these guys are fun. I'm excited for these guys. It is going to use its. It's first going to fire its flat cannon. Who do I want to target? I'm going to target.
More flat cannons.
Yep. I love my flat cannons. Let's see. I don't have any of my physical dice. Can I? Does this use /R? Yes. 2. I feel like I'm picking on you. I feel like I'm picking on you. Q. Is going to target Desperado
Kinda are.
with the flat cannon, and it is going to fire. I'm going to give it inaccurate because it once again is at such extreme range, and I'm going to give you soft cover as well. Now this does it does normally have +2 accuracy. I'm giving it +2 difficulty as well, so this should be a flat roll against your normal your evasion as normal, and it still hits for 3 what is it in this game, kinetic damage?
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
That put you to 0 again?
Yep.
Knocks another haul off. All right. Okay.
Sure does.
That means we are gonna need to roll for structure again. Do I have that printout? I believe it's isn't it integrated into I think it's integrated into the roll here. So I believe you need to roll for structure now.
Yep. So on your first page there under mech stats.
Oh no.
Hold up.
Oh my gods.
Hold up here.
Oh my gods. This just went real bad real quick.
We're bringing up the book real quick. Bring up the book real quick, just to make sure this is it. This is what's happening.
Yep.
Yeah, it's absolutely
Structure.
possible.
That is
That's just a very
it seems to
unfortunate
be
roll.
correct. Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Wait. How much structure do you have left?
2.
Okay, so that is not actually a
Yeah,
distraction.
I didn't think so.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you make a hull check. Oh, if you fail a hull check, then you might be destroyed.
Yeah. All right. Let's check here. Let's check here
You're
again, making sure
bolstered.
this is correct.
Don't forget you're bolstered.
When a mech is reduced to 0 HP and takes structure damage, its player makes a structure damage check. Okay. Yeah. You rolled a 1, but you were still at 2 structure, so you need to make a hull check. On a success, your mech is stunned until the end of the turn. On a failure, your mech is destroyed. So it's still
You got
really
this.
bad.
Okay.
But you need a hull check.
Yep, you got this.
Bolstered.
Do we just have to
Mhm.
do an accuracy
Okay.
on it?
Bolster.
So bolster gives you a bonus.
Okay. All right. Now
Yeah, they receive a 2+ on the next skill check or save they make between now and the end of their next turn.
Okay. There. All right. Wait. Sorry. So I'm getting +2.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. I did that right.
Okay. You succeed your hull check. So you are stunned. Aegis check. Yeah, on a success, you are stunned. And stunned is real bad. It's not as bad as, well, you know, exploding, but still real bad. So, stunned here, all the way at the bottom, your maximum evasion is now 5, and you automatically fail all hull and agility checks and saves until the stun is dealt with, which I believe until the end of your next turn. I will say with that, however, you are going to rapidly begin falling in altitude. Not that moved you out of the layer. There we go. Is there a way to, yeah, I think I can make this a -1. There we go. Which I thought showed up somewhere, but I guess not. Okay, so you are temporarily incapacitated right now. All right, note to self, stop picking on Q. Hey, I let the dice decide that one. You were number 2, and I rolled a 2. Yeah. All right. I believe, and let me actually make sure this guy is marked on there, and I should actually make sure this guy is marked on there. Now, here's our turn order. Now we are up to Starblood.
Okay. Well,
We also got a hydrate check at some point.
okay. So, Starblood is going to watch as Desperado begins to sort of plummet, and is going to once again attempt to save the day. So we're gonna take our movement. We can move forward at full speed or half speed. I forget.
Half speed.
Half speed.
Any
Great.
movement
Okay.
other than backwards is half speed.
Okay, so we're gonna move up a bit just to get a little closer to the facility, and as Throne starts rocketing forward, those small bits sort of fall off of him again and begin to sort of cascade downwards, and as they match Desperado's momentum, they will actually, technically I have to do this first for flavor. I'm doing it this way.
Yeah.
I hope that's okay.
Sure.
But they will begin to match Desperado's descent, and then slowly, once again, they sort of form a pattern around him, and that shield flickers back into existence.
That's
All
not
right.
actually the way that shield works.
I'm aware.
Yep. We know.
We know.
Welcome to Jack the Demon,
Shadier
where
and
he-
shadier.
Yep. Where I mix everything up because I can't leave game systems alone.
No, it's more fun this way.
I'm gonna put a message out on comms to everybody but Throne. He's gonna be so much more fucking unbearable after this, isn't he?
You're welcome.
It doesn't take much.
Yeah.
Ever.
Desperado, you
No.
hanging in there?
It's quiet. It's quiet for a second.
I think
You
actually
hear it
since,
click on.
since your mech is actually like stunned and incapacitated, all you get back on comms is static.
Yeah.
Now, do I need to take care of the facility by myself?
Throne,
Or can you just
Hey.
shut up and do what we're supposed to do instead of fucking bragging about it?
What I'm supposed to do is make sure you make it here. Seems like I've been doing my
Then
job.
do your job and shut the hell up.
Starblood, you focus on the
Children.
facility. I'll take care of any fighters that come up behind us.
Wonderful. Communication from the brute. Appreciated.
Oh, go
I'm just-
fuck yourself.
I mean, that's my turn. I'm not close enough to be able to carpet bomb the facility, the anti-air yet. So, I think
As long as you have a weapon other than melee or CQB, you can make an attack at +2 difficulty.
So can I drop my can I drop a mine?
No, not at this range.
Okay. Then
I
yeah.
just lit up when you're like, can I bomb it?
Yeah, no, you got
Yeah,
a shotgun, you got your stub can. Yeah, everything you have is CQB.
CQB, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm all about that CQB.
melee. Yeah, you are out of range until you're directly over the facility, which will take some time to get to.
So then I think I'm gonna take a boost. And that's it. I think I'm just gonna double boost if that's okay.
All right. Now, again, you don't really need to get any closer to the token of the facility because no matter
Sure.
how close you get on the map, we're still talking thousands and thousands of feet.
Sure. No, I'm just taking point.
Gotcha. Of course you are. Of course you are.
Yeah, of course. They clearly need it. And that's my turn.
Okay. With that, I need the tile. Get how I grab you. All right, come on. Where are you? I need targeting lane. Where's my targeting lane, and why can't I grab you?
I just want to throw out. I didn't do
there we
it.
are. Oh, that's still not working. New. Bear with me as I continue to try to figure out Foundry. Because I had this all working before, and now, no. Which is problematic. Is it a drawing? It's a drawing. There we are. Let's move that up. Now, let's see. I can't get all 5 of you. I can get you. Do you guys see the warning lane come up? All right.
I see.
Yeah.
Starblood. Actually, you know what? Just because I don't want to bomb Desperado without any recourse. I mean, the dice are trying to tell a story, but I still gotta. I'm still the director here, and it's not time to blow up Desperado. Not yet. We'll see. Starblood, Bite, and Starblood, Bite, and Blacksmith. You immediately get red flashing warning lights in your cockpit that there is a massive incoming barrage on the way. This is specifically area suppression. Let's see. Yeah, you are targeted. You're not necessarily locked on, but you are targeted by the anti-aircraft defense system down below. This will allow this will allow the anti-aircraft facility to do something if you move. Yeah, cool. Is that what it does?
Oh,
Is that
If
right?
we move or if we don't move out of the way.
Yeah, let's see here. This effect line stretching from the edge of the map to the opposite area.
I like that the immediate answer was yeah.
Yeah. It might be both.
I was like, cool. I'm fucked either way. Love that for
All
me. Look
targets
how
within the
small
area
of them on
become
screen.
impaired, so the 3 of you are impaired, and it grants the facility its moving target reaction. So for transparency, because we're all trying to learn right now, it is triggered by you guys moving, and it will... The effect says interrupt a single weapon's attack, which I did not think was the effect. Let me check here, because this is straight out... it's a modification of the Archer that I made. Yeah, when it starts to move, it makes its... it uses its reaction, which then interrupts a single weapon attack. Which is interesting because it triggers on a movement and not on an attack.
Yeah, a little weird.
Yeah, and this is straight out of the book. So I'm a little confused along with you. But at the very least, right now, you 3 are impaired, which is not great.
Yeah, what exactly does impaired do to me?
Impaired is, once I shuffle through all of my sheets here, you receive +1 difficulty on all attacks, saves, and skill checks.
Oh, hate that.
Are you guys able to mark conditions on yourself? I believe you can. You should be able to right-click on your
Yes.
your character.
Assign status effects.
Go
Yep.
ahead and assign yourself impaired.
I've assigned myself.
Oh, that's cool.
Don't love it.
All right.
Okay, so my goal should be to get out of this without getting hit, so that they can't hit me again.
Yeah, see, this is an interesting
What's the
effect
wording
that
on
the
it?
archer has. Yeah, okay. So yeah, let me bring up the actual archer itself, because I believe this is almost verbatim archer. And again, we're all learning here, so let me actually bring it up for our viewers so they know what we're stumbling over. If you can read that there.
Yeah.
This is a modification of the suppress, and the only thing I modified is instead of it being a blast, I made it a line, basically. The archer chooses a target within line of sight and range 10. I made this this line instead. They become impaired, and the archer gains the moving target reaction. This effect lasts until the archer uses moving target. The target damages the archer.
It doesn't
or leaves
interrupt the
archer's
weapon fire. It interrupts your movement with weapon fire. It fires at you to
There we
interrupt
go.
you moving.
Yep. I'm
Because it wants to keep you in the
that's what it
impaired
is.
range.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes, that's what it is. No, this is just overwhelmed NPC brain and dyslexia fucking me over.
Vibes.
All right.
Yep, we're good.
But, yeah, because I was expecting if it was an attack for it to just have the attack there, but it's not. It's interrupt with a single weapon attack. So
It's an
we figured it out.
overwatchability.
We figured it out. Yeah, it's Overwatch. I thought that was how it worked, but then I got overwhelmed. All right, so yeah. Either you stay impaired by staying within this jamming line, or you move it and risk being attacked. We figured it out, guys.
We figured it out.
And then that was the end of Throne's turn, and actually this should have happened as a quick action on the defense installation's turn. But at the very edge, I hate that it keeps moving the map on me. There we go. I love that warning line. I cannot tell you how difficult it was to make and incorporate that weapon, that warning line, into Foundry. But let's see. And let me double check my CompCon, just to make sure I'm not cheating here. Where are you? There you are. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, excellent. So, now I need... Where'd you go? Move that down. Alright. Roll for this. Starblood taking point. Let's see. We are going to... I forgot how mean these guys were.
Yeah, taking point when he's not even supposed to be a part of this group.
Yeah.
Butt nugget.
If only I didn't need to.
This is what showboating gets you, okay?
Mm.
This is what happens.
Hey, you
Saving
know what?
y'all's
No,
life?
guys.
Right.
Look, here's the thing. Upside, he's now the first target.
He's the guinea pig.
It'd
So,
be a real shame if your mech got destroyed and we had to carry you back with us.
So about that.
Oops.
About that.
Yeah.
Let's see how this
Uh-huh.
works. Starblood, you do notice an incoming tech attack. You are getting warning lights from your integrated computer system that there is something trying to bypass your firewall. Which does hit. This is a predatory logic tech attack.
Yeah. Okay.
On a success, the target immediately and as a reaction, so it uses your reaction, uses a weapon chosen by the facility to attack a target within range. So let's see what toys I get to play with as Starblood.
There's some good ones.
As we saw, you are CQB focused, which I think puts Little Bite there in primary attack range. I can't really draw a line with this thermal pistol, and I think at this range it wouldn't really know how to do that. But it is going to, you can see, despite you trying to take control back from this this intrusion, you can see it pulling up sort of a schematic of your frame, and you notice the actuators on your main arm turn around as your shotgun faces backwards and shoots a blast towards Bite.
As the as it's moving in that direction, you'll hear over comms Bite. Uh-oh. Yeah, you'll hear.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I hate that sound. Carrie, it's in my systems. Evasive maneuvers.
Oh,
But
boy.
you hear that just in time to see Starblood in front of you, his main weapon arm turned backwards with a large shotgun barrel pointed almost directly at center mass of your frame, fire off, and you're able to real quickly just throw yourself back in the atmosphere as just a few of the pellets scatter across the side of your mech, the majority of the force blasting back into the clouds. And with that, initiative rolls over. Let's actually... Is it time for break yet? Or do we want to do another combat pass? Is it... When do we start? We start
Anyway.
around 8:50. Yeah, it's about time for break, and then we'll come back around just before 9 o'clock and ride out the end of this combat and see where we get to. So let's take a quick break with that. The enemy is inside Starblood's system. Desperado is quickly plummeting out of the clouds as we see inside. You are desperately trying to almost basically do a hard restart of your mech as more pieces begin falling off, and the rest of the crew is just being blown backwards by this atmosphere, trying to twist and turn in the sky as we see behind them another wing of these interceptors coming in quick on their tail. You are, however, now almost directly on top of the anti-aircraft facility. So let me move that more center mass here. And you are quickly approaching what you can now see is the main electronic defense installation, far off in the distance, just at the very edge of what is the main deflector scan problem you noticed from the mining complex itself. And the camera's going to fade, and we will take a quick break. So, we're going to get up, do our own sort of human quick repairs, and be back in about 10 minutes or so, hopefully before 9 o'clock, because we have to get through this stage of combat and hopefully land and see what it is like down on the ground of the Drespel 1 Tantalum mining complex. So, get up, do everything you need to do, but make sure to plant your butt back down here in your own personal cockpit or wherever you are to see what our new Lancers here are able to do with their increasingly problematic position. Be back in a little bit, folks. Might run an ad just because we can, but we'll be back shortly. Enjoy the music, folks. Hello and welcome back to the continuation of the Starcrier Conflict. We are returning to episode 3 where we find our Lancers high in the sky above Drespel 1, the Tantalum mining outpost. They are currently just between dogfights with V-17 interceptors as they are approaching an anti-aircraft defense installation and are being harried by the electronic warfare countermeasures of the now pirate-occupied, or I should say, privateer micro-corporation that is now occupying Drespel 1. Let me actually move this up a little bit so it's a little easier to see within the targeting lane. And we're going to drop right back into this at the start of our second round. So, with that, I'm going to move more interceptors up into range. So we are going to need...
Does anyone mind if I take the first action and initiative?
Yeah. I had a question really quick, though, about what I'm technically allowed to do with one of my abilities.
Sure, ask away while I get this set up.
Cool. I have... it's called... On my invade, I have a secondary option, which is balance control lockout. What I can do is I can push your target 2 spaces in any direction and knock them prone. If I happen to push a person into another person, does that cause problems?
I believe so. I believe they do. It will stop them from moving, but I think it does do some damage.
It counts as a ram.
Yeah,
right?
I think it counts as a ram.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, cool. I'll keep that in mind.
So, Starblood, the only
Do
objection I
that
would
so
have,
much.
I would
Yes.
argue, let's let Desperado get back in the fight, because
Yeah.
currently plummeting at the moment.
You know what? That's fair, and also,
Also,
it makes
you
sense
punk ass
to...
bitch, you hit me. Sit
No,
down.
I tried to hit you. You dodged. But that's fair. We should let Desperado go first because I still have my shield on Desperado.
Yeah.
All right, so we have
Okay.
4 more V-17s zoom into this fight.
So I'm stunned though, right? So just until the end of my turn.
Yes, until the end of your next turn, or it would be this upcoming, or this turn you are now on. That is the stunned condition. Just to remind
Okay.
me, you, and everybody else, stunned mechs cannot overcharge, move, or take any actions, including free actions and reactions. Pilots can still perform their normal mount, dismount, or eject from a stunned mech as normal. Your evasion drops to
Okay.
5, and you automatically fail all hull and agility checks and saves. So it doesn't look like you can really do anything.
But I can move from the stunned condition
Yes.
so that I'm not just a sitting duck while other two. Yeah, so we'll do that.
All right. So you remove the stun condition, and unfortunately, that is all you can do.
Quick question.
Yes.
Are there planetary specific languages?
Probably. Yeah.
Cool beans. So the comm comes back from the static with Logan, with Desperado cursing in some backwater language, probably.
hmm
But yeah, no, and then Desperado, you can see the EVA module on the back flare back up, and he writes himself.
All right.
Glad to see you back with us, Uhura.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Starblood, not sure if you caught that. I could translate for you, but it's gonna cost you.
No, thank you. I got the gist.
Also,
Handle our
update
back
your
end,
fucking
please.
firewall. You got hacked. Don't hit me. Do you
Well, I
not
didn't.
do the regular updates?
Rest assured, all of my systems are properly updated. Can we focus on
Yeah,
what's ahead of
no.
us, please?
Y'all, we got facilities that are gonna be a little bit more of a problem. Starblood, shut the fuck up and focus.
As you are bickering,
Children.
one of these interceptors is going to target Blade 2 with a lock on. That is a tech attack. That very successfully
Yep.
hits. So you are getting a flashing, blaring alarm. Target locked. Incoming attack imminent. As it drops a missile from under its wing. I need to actually give you the lock-on, so it will consume the lock-on. There we go. And the missile's afterburners kick on and fly towards you, hitting for 4 points of explosive damage.
Yep, which is going to drop me down to structure.
All right, now I need you to roll a structure check.
Okay.
Please don't
So
roll a
how?
one.
I was gonna say, how exactly do you do that on Foundry? I missed that one previously.
I
On your
believe
mech stat page,
the first
your
tab.
macros,
Yeah.
the structure.
Yeah, I mean, I see the structure, but I don't know how to like roll it.
Just click the button.
Let's see. Oh, there
Uh,
it is. All right.
Yeah, under macros. Yeah.
Did that go? Nope, it did not. Sorry, I'm used to rolling this on roll 20.
Right. Yeah, we're all still getting used to the new VTT,
Yeah.
which has a lot of great functionality, but it is very complex.
Why is it having me? I like how it's sitting there saying that I have. That's only my first structure that I've taken.
Mhm.
Okay, there we go.
Come on,
Great.
guys.
All right.
Come on.
Yep. Got the same
Okay.
thing.
Wait,
well,
you've only taken one structure, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Because
So
it rolled two. Did you take the HP off and then hit your structure button?
Yeah, I think that's what I did.
Okay, don't do that.
okay.
Yeah, you have to do it the other way. Do structure first, then yeah.
Yeah, go
Okay,
ahead and
dude.
re-roll that, because I'm not going to give you disadvantage on your structure check.
Okay. All right. All right. Let's try this again. Sorry, y'all.
We're all still learning.
Okay.
Oh.
Why does it say that I have HP remaining? I literally just put it. Okay.
Put it at 0.
Yep. There we go. Okay. Now let's try this. Thank you.
Yeah, order of operations. Is that correct? No, that's a
Nope,
hull check.
No, that was
That
a
was
whole
a hull
check.
check.
Yeah.
There we go.
Are
Okay.
you
Is this thing
serious?
bugged?
That's
I literally got
ridiculous.
nothing but ones every time I rolled.
Wow.
oh my goodness.
Wow.
I'm
I
gonna.
am-
Do you mind
No.
if I roll real quick on structure just to see if I get the same result?
I
Go
was actually
for
just
it.
gonna bring up
I'm just-
Carmine here, and just make sure, because I mean, this is probably just a string of terrible luck, but you never know with a new.
I'm just saying that was 4 in a row.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I rolled.
Carmine got
I rolled
5.
3.
Statistically,
Yeah,
okay.
You guys just
Yep,
have terrible
Just
luck.
bad. Yep.
All right,
Yep.
get out of here.
It's
Hideo.
just
Oh,
all-
we know that
I'm
already,
not
Jack.
All
the
right.
we that doesn't
Yep,
include me.
So,
Right.
yep, and I'm stunned.
You are stunned.
Could be worse. Not much worse, but pretty bad.
Yeah. So as we see the thrusters of the EVA pack on Desperado kick in, and you begin climbing altitude once more, almost in sync, we see the thrusters on Blade 2 shut off. Any sort of glow from the cockpit or weapon systems or sensors, everything goes dark. There's a little bit of sparking, and now we see the massive hulking frame of Blade 2 dropping like a brick through the clouds. Ouch. Okay.
Yep.
Well, that was just your first structure damage, so you're
Yeah.
fine. Right?
Yeah, I'm good.
You're fine. All right. Who's next?
Lion, you care if I take this one? All right. So yeah, not what I wanted to do, but hey, stand by. I'm going to see if I can't drop these bastards in real quick, and we are going to wide area code pulse.
Nice.
Make it happen.
Now,
Oh,
you
fuck
can
yeah.
hold down shift while you're targeting to target all 4 of them.
Yep.
It's a new nifty feature I learned. Spread the animation.
Come on, bitches. Did you go? Oh, don't freeze on me again. You bastard.
Okay.
All right, we're just gonna do.
While you're doing that, let me actually bring up. I'm pretty sure that forced movement does not trigger whatever the equivalent of an attack of opportunity is.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't think it does.
What is your deal?
No, I don't believe so.
So I'm not going to make make an anti-aircraft attack on Blade 2 as he drops out of the targeting lane.
6. Oh God. Oh, are you kidding me?
Oh, we don't know.
Wow. 9, 8, 6, and 6.
That's bad.
Jeez.
Wow. Okay.
Foundry's trying to kill us.
E defense. Oh, I see
Sometimes the dice are telling a very specific story.
it.
Yeah, fuck me.
See-
That's what they're saying.
I'm seeing a 7, 6, 4, and 4.
Mhm.
Are you applying a
Yes,
bonus?
but I get +2.
You get
It's
plus
+2.
Okay. So 9, 8, 6, and 6. They do have an E defense of 8, and I believe meets it beats it. So the first two do actually connect.
Okay, so those first two are going to take 4 heat.
All right, those first two here, much like the last tech attack we saw, they are simply going to, everything is going to go dark in their cockpit, and they're going to just begin falling, drifting out of the sky. And their systems are not temporarily taken out, they are completely fried. So once again, we see these two planes now drifting downwards, I should say plummeting downwards, and we see two parachutes eject just as the planes collide mid-air. There's an explosion, and one of those parachutes is torn to pieces. Likely the guy plummeting to his death, the other one slowly drifting down to the ground.
Yeah, let's see. So that was a full tech action. I will overcharge.
Excellent. So that is... because that only resets upon a rest, right?
Correct.
And I know... You did overcharge, and then I took that back because I messed something up. Did you overcharge again last game?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, so you will
Yeah.
take 1d3 this time. Oh, you already
Right.
did it.
Like I,
You know what you're doing.
and
Alright.
I'm going to. Yeah, so that does put me in the danger zone, but that's not
Excellent.
the deal. And I am. We're going to try and bait again.
All right.
Work, you bastard. Oh, you don't want to?
We had to get somebody into the danger zone while we're top gunning it.
So that's 9.
All right. Which one are you targeting?
That is this fella right here. So he's going to take 2 heat because I can't system crush him again. But I can.
Well,
where's it at?
As a grunt, it can only take 1 heat anyway.
Oh, okay. Well,
So this one actually, instead of systems just turning off, you hack into their engine systems and just begin revving up the engines, and well above what they are rated for at peak efficiency, and we just see the back end of its thruster assembly explode, and the back half is just torn to pieces. It's shot forward a little bit, and you can see the nose cone just dip beneath Epithet as it begins plummeting down towards the ground. Excellent. Short work of this round of interceptors. That does leave 1 left, however. So let me bring that up to make an attack. And actually, I don't need to just use my interceptors. Instead of using an interceptor, actually, I think we're gonna bring up that anti-aircraft installation once more. You guys are, at this point, almost directly over top of it. Over top of it enough for a bombing run, if that is what you would like to do. But it is going to... yeah, so this is going to dissipate at the... Let's see... The effect lasts until the archer uses moving target or is damaged. Yeah, so it actually does just stay up. It doesn't go away at the end of its turn. So it is still there. Excellent. So it is just going to make a flak attack. And I think we're going to go... I'm going to keep within their targeting line. I'm going to make an attack against Bite. Just chunking the structure off of all you guys now.
You're gonna bully me?
I will say, just out of curiosity, does anybody else hear Candy Loggins playing over their speakers? Just out of curiosity.
Absolutely.
All right. This does not actually count as a lock-on, but I am going to make... no, it did have inaccurate because of distance, but now you're just over top of it, so it is... It had inaccurate and soft cover. Now it's just going to have soft cover because you are above the clouds at the very edge of its targeting capabilities.
Okay.
Still hits with a 17.
Okay.
You take 3 points of kinetic damage.
Okay.
Does that bring you to 0 HP?
It does indeed.
Okay. When you click it down to 0 HP, there should be a pop-up that comes up asking if you would like to roll your structure.
But he has a sure damage. Okay.
Let's see if you roll a 1 too.
Good lord.
If you don't,
Let's drop you all out of the
Hey.
sky. All right, a 6. Good. Emergency systems can
Love you guys.
and stabilize your mech, but it's impaired until the end of your next turn. All right. Well, that's pretty good because you're already impaired while within this targeting lane anyway.
you're not double impaired.
Just a little dizzy. It's fine.
Yeah, it says stabilize, but I'm pretty sure that is not actually the stabilize action. I think that just means your mech handles losing destruction.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, it's just
Yeah.
flavor text.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that does reset your health bar. Once you drop down to 3 structure. All right. Who's up?
Yeah, I can do that.
All right.
That'll be me.
And I will say, yeah, just to remind you, you are narratively just above the anti-aircraft facility, and you are on swift approach to the E-defense facility. That will be next turn.
Okay, is it still at super duper disadvantage to drop something on it?
No, since you are directly over it at this point, you are closer within range. So, instead of taking +2 difficulty, you will now only take +1 difficulty.
Traditionally, there's no roll to attack when you drop a mine. Because it just sits. I don't
That
know
is
how
true.
you want to rule that, Jack, but technically they make an agility check, but as a stationary,
Yeah,
I
as a
don't know how
building,
that
it
looks.
doesn't get an agility check. Let me think on that. Well, who's going right now? Actually,
I
is
think
that why you were
Biden.
asking?
Yeah, I was asking because I was gonna try to go.
Right.
I can
Haley's
save
going.
my
Okay.
turn though.
No, Haley, you decide what you were doing. Lion, I will muse as to what that means for a bombing run.
Well, I think Haley was gonna do that.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
Yeah,
why.
because I have mine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had mentioned it, and
Well, I
Haley
gotta-
had been like, "Oh yeah."
I gotta make that decision right now then. Okay.
Yeah. Which I think canonically
so,
is how that goes, right?
yeah, normally
How it
they would
kinda
make-
mentions it.
all right. Normally they would make an agility check. They can't because it's a building. And you got let's actually
We could still make a check
You know
for
what?
like wind resistance and that kind of thing.
I will let you, if you would like to, you could use an an electronic attack to lock on,
Oh,
and then that will actually just allow you to drop the bomb at the right place. Probably good for you because you're hacker bot. I think alternatively you could also what else would work? Probably where am I looking here? Your different mech what's the term I'm looking for? Your mech stats. Where are your mech stats?
Makes sense. Somewhere in there.
Still very much getting used to these sheets because the NPC sheets look different than the player
That's
sheets.
silly.
Yeah. So. Oh yes. I will say you can either make a lock-on tech attack, or you could make. Probably an agility check. Let's go with an agility check. To line up the shot as best you can and adjust for wind resistance and whatnot. Let's go with that.
Okay. Could I? Let me think.
Never let the rules
Nope,
stop
this-
players from doing something cool. You can make it up.
Make it up as you go. Okay, cool. Then I'm just gonna make that agility check because I don't think there's anything I can do to make it any better for me.
Really, you don't have a better chance with a lock on?
Can I do that?
Yeah, I
Do
said
I
you
have,
could
like-
either make a tech attack for a lock on, or you could make an agility check.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, then the tech attack is absolutely better because
I
I have
figured,
the
yeah.
additional to it. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cool. Then I'm gonna do that, and then. So do I add the consume lock on? Or am I
No.
making this check to see if I get a lock on?
Correct.
Okay. I confused myself. Okay, so I'm gonna roll that. What have I done? Did I hit myself just now?
What have you done?
Somehow you got -1.
Yeah. You applied a
Wait.
level of difficulty, and I'm not sure.
Oh, that's because we're impaired.
Oh, I'm
You're
impaired.
impaired. That's what it is. And then
Yep.
you rolled a 2. So you rolled a 2 on your d20, plus 2 for 4, and then you rolled a 5
Yeah.
on your minus d6 for a -1. Okay. Uh,
Wow, that's kind of magical.
a tech attack is a quick action, so you could try again, but that will mean you will need to overcharge to use a quick attack to actually drop your bomb.
Okay, and if I don't want to be impaired, I'd have to scoot my booch out of this little lane of danger.
Correct. In which case, it gets a reaction shot against you.
Okay, which they could theoretically miss.
But if they hit, they interrupt and you're stuck there.
But then I'm in the same scenario of being impaired anyways, so I might as
Yeah.
well try to move. I'm gonna try to move first
All right.
to get out of here. I don't want to be here anymore.
There you
I'm gonna go
go.
that way.
All right. So you are no longer impaired. So you let me just go ahead and take
Do they
that symbol off.
stop me?
Oh, I need to right-click to make it go away. You are not 3 times impaired. You are no times impaired. There you are. Yeah.
Amazing.
Let me fire my flat cannons at you.
Eee.
That's a miss.
Terrifying. Okay, that was a very scary animation. Anyways, now I'm gonna try to make that tech attack. Now that I'm not impaired. Okay. Wait, it says I'm still impaired.
Why?
Oh,
Have to remove the.
because you were impaired from your attack.
Oh, you're
From,
you're impaired from
your
the structure.
damage.
Yeah, from your structure loss.
Oh.
Yeah. So you're impaired anyway. I know there's a lot going on right now.
There's so much happening. Okay. Well, I'm gonna roll it anyways. Here we go.
Actually, technically, you can use Brilliance if you haven't yet, right? And do it as a reaction.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
you're a Chomalunga, right?
I am.
Did you?
I don't know what that means. Oh, but it's an 18.
Oh, nice. Because you get to do a once per scene. You can do a quick tech action as a free action, and then either bolster or lock on as a free action.
Well, this is your core power,
Magic.
right? The brilliance.
No,
No,
that's
the wide
the
area pulse.
once
Okay.
per scene.
Yeah,
that's
I see.
that's the
Flame break.
alternative.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, I couldn't remember what it's called.
Sweet.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look like I need it because I hit. I think.
Well, this would allow you to take it as a quick action, or it would allow you to take this as a free action, so you wouldn't need to overcharge to then
Mhm.
drop your bomb.
Oh,
Uh,
then yes,
plus-
let's use that.
Plus, you can apply bolster to someone, actually.
Yeah,
Oh, that'd
yeah.
be
You
actually
also
a
get
good
to do
idea.
that.
So you can
Ooh.
use that as your once per
Okay.
scene. It successfully locks onto the facility, and you can choose somebody to lock onto. I believe you're within range of everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or
Then
bolster, yeah.
yes, I will do that. And then I'll bolster shoot who's dying, who's actively dying. The last one to go down was Blade, right?
Blade is
Mhm.
plummeting, Desperado is recovering from plummeting, and Epithet is vaguely smoking.
Everyone
And
dying.
Starblood
I'm
is
stunned.
sort of twitching, trying to fight off a hack.
I'm alright.
Oh, that's fine.
Why are you all dying?
No. Look, my servos are locked up. I just ate a freaking missile. I'm fine.
Okay.
Like, I think I
again.
have the most health out of everybody.
Okay.
Once again, all doesn't include me.
Then I will send a bolster to Epithet.
Okay.
And we're gonna do that. And then I'm gonna use the free thing to just drop my thing.
All right, you're going to drop your frag grenades.
Fuck yeah.
All right.
A mine. right? Not a
mine
grenade,
specifically.
Mine.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I also
Uh,
have frag grenades, I think.
Hmm?
I think
Yeah,
I
but
have
mines
frag
do more
grenades.
Either one's gonna
Yeah.
work.
But
You're
mine-
dropping
Yeah,
an
but
explosive
mine's-
straight down.
Mine seem good.
Yeah, we're going to call it mines. Grenades I think will work better when you're throwing them like short distances, but because you don't need to be
Mhm.
terribly accurate, we're just going to call it mines because I like big explosions and we're playing
Oh, yeah.
Top Gun right now. So now let me just check what I said about obviously it is permanently immobilized. I don't know if there's a specific like it cannot make agility checks, but either way, I'm gonna say it's a building. It can't make agility checks. So
Seems reasonable.
yeah.
Yeah, no. Tracks.
Yes. So basically, you succeeded with that, and you just drop your payload. Go ahead and roll me 2d6 explosive damage then.
Okie dokie. Okay, so how do I do that? We're gonna do that. So how many d6? 3?
2d6.
2. Okay. Oh wait, that's the plus thing. 2d6. Roll.
Interesting.
8.
8. Excellent. 8 explosive damage. You describe this for me.
Yeah, no, I think Shiv has absolutely altered these mines to be a little extra fun. So when they drop and they explode, they definitely burst green and sparkle just a little bit. They're a bit like fireworks.
All right. We see mine just drop, fly down past the clouds, plummet. Of course, we lose sight of it, and then there is a small green explosion right on top of this anti-aircraft facility. It takes out one of the guns, probably damages a whole section of this building, but it is still up.
Bummer. That's okay.
All right. With that, it's already taken its turn. You just took your
Good
turn.
shot, Carrie.
I'm like, why do I only have one interceptor left to go? Because you killed all the other
They all
ones.
got wiped out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks, Solitaire.
Yep.
You're welcome.
So I think this interceptor is just going to move up a tad. Get back on right selection. Move up a tad, and it is going to target Epithet. And we're going to do the standard lock on and fire. Roll for lock on.
Hell yeah.
All right, you are successfully able to jam its lock on, but it's going to release a missile anyway. Try to fire it towards your location. This is going against your E-defense as a smart weapon with seeking. I don't know why I came all the way down there, but you take 4 explosive damage.
It took the long way around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
I was
right.
trying to do some fancy dodges and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Make it look cool.
Fine. I will take a structure.
All right.
Oh no.
Please don't roll a 1.
It's another structure chunked off.
Oh, are you gonna? It's gonna make me do it manually. Son of a bitch! I don't know why it's doing that. That's a D6.
It's fine. I got the chart pulled up. It's a 2.
All right, it's a 2.
All right. That is systems trauma. Parts of your mech are torn off by the damage. Roll a D6.
Yeah.
Figure out what happens.
See, on a 4, that is
System.
System.
Of your
Yep.
choice is destroyed.
Okay. I believe that will. Let me just double check and make sure if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, it's gonna be my manipulators.
All
I
right.
took off my tiny arms.
That's an easy one to get rid of. All right, so we see Epithet be rocked with a series, just a single explosion as you almost just barely are hit by the proximity detonation of this missile. And we see 2 tiny little arms just go soaring off into the clouds as you are blasted back, more flames licking at your already almost overheating frame. That, however...
Well, I guess I don't need to stabilize now like I was planning to, so.
Yeah. All right. Who's going next?
Yeah, well, can I get my mech back online, please?
Yeah. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
that is all you can do.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. Like
No more falling.
No more falling. You guys see that my EVA module kicks back in, and I climb back to altitude, and you just hear just a lot of swearing.
And actually, because it did take, since the anti-aircraft facility did take its attack on Bite, that did eat up the targeting lane. So you can
Nice.
also remove Impaired for you and Starblood.
How does one remove?
You can
Right-click on your
right-click on your mech.
Mm-hmm.
What am I doing here? How's it doing that?
Yeah, I see a sign, but I don't see a way to. Oh,
I see how to add them. I don't know how to remove them.
You right-click on them instead of left-clicking on
Oh,
the
okay.
sign.
Oh.
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, okay,
I
cool.
can't
That makes
deny.
sense.
I don't know why I can't modify your systems now.
Okay, there we
I don't
go.
know. We'll figure it out. Maybe maybe Foundry's just catching up. Okay. Well, according to this, I have I still have my E-Defense facility back here. Let's keep everybody in frame. The E-Defense facility is going to I think we're just gonna keep up with Starblood, actually. So, where is my E-Defense facility? There you are. Pull that up. I need to target Starblood. And we're going to now make yeah, you see another hacking attempt coming in on your systems, Starblood. More warning labels pop up, and then every sensor in your mech shuts down.
Wonderful.
You still have full functionality, but you are completely sensor blind. On a success, the target
firewall
only has line of
sucks.
sight to adjacent spaces until the end of their next turn.
Mm-hmm.
That is unfortunate, because that's gonna you're not gonna be able to do your bombing run because you can't target.
Oof.
Okay. Well, at least it ate that up. That does cost a charge. That is, however, a quick tech. So I can also make another quick tech. Let's target somebody else this time. Let's target Bite up here with
Hit
a
me.
tech attack.
Hit me.
And misses. All right. Bite, you do notice a very malicious incoming program that you are able to scramble.
I am actively trash talking Tavik, not even to open comms, just to myself,
Yeah.
for him not letting me mess with his mech so that I could help him upgrade his firewall,
Oh my god.
which is now costing him severely. And so I'm like muttering and go, absolutely not. And I
Mm.
wipe it off the screen.
Oh yeah, I'm so sure that you would have offered. Sure.
Yeah, for sure.
So this is actually a very sophisticated program that is trying to attack your systems, and it's taking a lot to get ahead of it, but it is trying to basically overcook all of your systems at once. It is trying to heat up your mech, deal you a significant amount of heat damage. But you are
That's rude.
very quickly moving across your console, trying every sort of antivirus and heat management suite that you have.
Mm-hmm.
All right, who's next?
Question.
Yes.
Would I be able to take a full action stabilize to try and end this effect? Because I know it's supposed to just be till the end of my turn. But if I use my full action to end it to try and end it anyway, could I do that?
I think that could have... I don't want to lock that precedent in stone because it could be
Sure.
it
that's
could be
fair.
dangerous in the future. But for this, yeah, I'll say so. Sure.
Okay. So then, first thing that happens is, as my turn starts, I can't activate the protocol again because I don't have line of sight on anyone, but the bits that are currently keeping Desperado shielded disengage and begin making their way back towards Tavik. At which point I'm going to use my action a full action to stabilize. So Tavik is just damn near like punching buttons in the cockpit and like desperately typing away, fumbling as he does because this is not his specialty. And there are a number of things he's trying to get out to the crew, but I don't think he is. And eventually he sort of like pulls one of the levers and pushes down the throttles, and sort of like burns out, which forces a reboot.
Nice.
After that, I would like to use my initiative. Because with the Everest, I can do a quick action as a free action.
All right. Nice. Okay.
So I'm gonna use my movement to go to sort of, you see the thrusters cut, and he just sort of starts falling back, just enough to angle the thrusters so that he can push against the forward momentum and fall backwards. I accidentally brought up my character sheet. So thrown, sort of, it looks like it's about to fall out of the sky, and then sort of just spirals back. Oh, not there. Sorry, here. That's where I was supposed to be. Yes. And as it does, I'm going to attempt to release a mine.
All right. Well, you will need to use a quick action, or in this case, a free action, to either lock on with a tech attack or make your agility check.
Yeah, I'll make my agility check. I get +1 to agility because we're in the air, because I have acrobatics.
Yep. Excellent.
That is a 7.
All right. Fortunately, I don't think that works. Because even checks, I know narratively this is usually narratively you just compare it to a DC 10, but
right,
because I think in mech combat it's usually you make a check versus one of their attributes.
It would be against their save.
It would be against their save. So. Unfortunately, you are now right above what I need. Let me just go through. This is the.
I can move over if you want.
No, I got it. Yeah, their save is 11. Unfortunately, you
Could I argue for half damage because it's a mine?
yeah, it's a mine. You know what? Yeah, because this would have a
Hey.
blast radius.
Yeah.
And
So maybe it's not a direct hit.
it's not terribly far off. It's not a direct hit. Yeah. All right. All right. I'll say you can roll 1d6 explosive damage instead of 2. I'll give that to you.
You. That is 2 explosive damage.
All right, 2 more damage.
Okay, he just sort of like spirals back, and as he does, you can see the mine just sort of fall off of the main body of Throne, and again just sort of plummet down as he
All
comes
right.
out of that spiral.
With that, I have no more characters left, actually. So that's just going to roll right over to Epithet. And,
Well,
Solitaire.
wouldn't that take us to the top of the initiative?
We haven't gone
No.
yet.
no, Solitaire
Yeah.
hasn't gone yet.
And Desperado.
Okay.
Never have I.
You haven't gone yet?
No.
Oh,
No.
Okay.
Desperado.
Sure.
Yeah.
I must
Yeah.
have misclicked at some point. So between you two, there's still this one interceptor, and then of course the AA facility.
So I have one quick question for you, Jack.
Yep.
Just because this is a weird situation where we're like constantly moving,
Mm-hmm.
but not moving. Know what I mean? My crack shot talent, the first thing is stable steady, which gives me a bonus to any rifle attacks, but it also takes away my movement. Could I even use that in this situation?
I'm going to say yes, but because I like yes, but. What are we talking here? Where is this?
It's one of my talents.
It's one of your pilot talents, crack shot.
Yes. correct.
Become immobilized until the start of your next turn. Gain +1 accuracy. Yeah. So I think basically to do this. Yeah, so you're basically steadying yourself. So instead of continuing your forward momentum,
Mhm.
you have to throw on. You have to basically do what Tavik just did and throw your thrusters forward and begin burning backwards to try to cut against as much of the wind resistance and forward momentum that you have. So you're going to drop all the way back to the back of the map here.
Okay.
But you can make your shot with that added accuracy. So that is
Okay.
going to cancel out the 1 difficulty that you would have from range.
Okay, so that's a protocol. So that's the first thing I do. Then, quick tech. I'm going to try to take care of. I'm going to try to throw an invade at this interceptor again.
All right.
Let's see. Are you going to? Oh, you're going to work. Are you going to work for me? Boom!
Nice.
Burn.
Once again, we see flashes from inside the cockpit of this interceptor as warning lights start blaring and going off, and then darkness as it begins plummeting out of the sky.
Then we're going to fire the rifle and the Nexus that goes with it.
All right, fire away. Crack
So the
shot.
rifle gets a +1, and it's a. You said it's a +2 difficulty.
No, it would only be a +1 difficulty. Yeah, so you have +1 accuracy and you have +1 difficulty, so they're going to cancel each other out.
Okay.
Yeah, you
that's
rolled
funny.
1 damage on a reliable 2 weapon. So even on a miss, it would do 2 damage, and you only rolled
Yes.
1. I'm going to be a nice GM and say you do at least the reliable damage of 2.
Thanks. Because that's otherwise really dumb.
All right.
All right, and then the Nexus goes along with it.
All right, and this is going against its E defense.
Yeah, which is apparently higher.
Yes. You throw down a swarm of nanites, and you're not sure if just the tininess of the nanites, they got caught up in the wind, or if the systems down there were able to hack the nanites and turn them off before they reached, but you don't pick up any appreciable damage to the structure of this defense installation. It is
Sounds
still
good.
up. It's smoking heavily, but it is still up.
That's my turn.
All right. That puts us to Desperado.
Cool. I'm also going to stabilize. So not stabilize. I've also got crack shot.
Gotcha.
So we're just gonna slide on back. And then I want to shoot the building with my
Alright.
prototype weapon, which does explosive damage.
Yes.
Boom.
Excellent.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, but there we go. Oh, not verse blade 2, not that. Definitely don't want to do that. Let's try that
We're
again.
pulling a
Hopefully
Starboard
I'm
here. Come
targeting-
on.
I'm not trying to do that. There we go. Hiya. There we go. We got there, gang. Okay, so accurate. Do I have any negatives from the building?
Yes, you get +1 difficulty
Are we all
from
good?
extreme range.
Gotcha. All right, cool. So it's a flat roll.
Yep.
Hiya.
Oh, hell yes.
Ooh, overkill on there too.
All right. Interesting. So it looks like that's doing heat damage to the facility as well. Nice.
Sweet.
Okay, so that is
Okay.
4 explosive damage and 1 heat.
But actually, no. Hugh takes
Okay.
1 heat.
He takes 1 heat. Okay.
Yeah, because
Gotcha.
So I take one.
yeah, because if you crit with that, you activate overkill, which basically lets you get higher damage, but you take 1 heat.
Oh, that's what yeah, because it looks like it rolled 3d6 and took the highest.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds
Sweet.
right.
Unfortunately, the highest was a 2. And you guys are not rolling particularly well right now.
No,
So
not
that is
really.
4 explosive damage. I've been trying to look for this, but Control F is failing me. Does explosive damage bypass armor?
No.
No,
Okay.
armor piercing does.
Armor pierce, that's what it is.
Yep.
Cool, so that is 4 damage then. Unfortunately, not quite enough to completely take it down. It is still up. And that is going to revert us back to our top of the initiative order. We see more interceptors fly in. Yeah. Is that all my interceptors? I thought I had more interceptors. All right. Well, I
Don't
guess
get
they're
any
running
more
out.
interceptors, Jack.
Yep. And
I think we've
now
had plenty.
This is going to move back.
Yeah, I think we're fine.
All right, so 2 more interceptors move in. We'll say that there were definitely more interceptors, but this is what all the support units were doing. They're flying behind you in a sort of V, trying to take out as many of these interceptors as possible before they are able to converge on your location. So you get through the comms, all of you. This is Hajiri now, Lisbeth Azamalaki. It looks like we've been able to thin the herd of these interceptor aircrafts. You should have a small window to finally engage with the ground forces and land before they are able to field more. I suggest you move quickly and accurately. Let us know when you are approaching landfall, and we can discuss how the secondary teams either redeploy or fall back.
Message
Keep
received.
an eye out and let us know if you see anything heading our way.
Confirmed. Hajiri out.
Do we have sight of that E-defense facility yet, or is it still kind of like out of our range?
You do. Now this big chunky building over here now.
Jet.
So I know we established last time that Tavik has access to like basic data on what everyone like how everyone's looking.
Yes.
But I think there's still a moment where as we are approaching the facility where you all just hear, how's everyone holding up?
Fine.
Still alive.
Survivable. Not quite
Taking a
forever.
goddamn cake in here, but I'm still kicking.
Better keep yourself from cooking too hard. We're going to need you.
This makes me tougher.
As long as you survive.
Can we just ignore these two and keep dropping down?
Yes, please.
All right.
Blacksmith. You up for handling this?
Yeah, I got this.
Make it happen.
All right. So just because y'all mind if I go first real quick?
Go for it.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I forgot that my Everest has the initiative ability. So once per scene, I'm going to take a quick action as a free action. I'm just going to use that to skirmish with my pistol because I seem to be able to aim with that a little bit better. And I'm going to take a shot against one of these guys, and I get an accuracy because that is a CQB.
This is the first time that he's ever called you blacksmith. By the
Yeah,
way.
it is.
Yeah.
That's a 13 to hit. We'll say that it's going after this one.
Okay. Do remember to target these things.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You weren't here for last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you use the targeting reticle on Foundry, it'll shoot out fun little animations.
Okay.
So a 13, I believe, hits. Let me bring that guy out.
False justice, reliable one.
Yes, that does beat their evasion, so that is 3 damage against
Alright.
them. Unfortunately, it does consume its dodge roll, its barrel roll, and dodge out of the way, but it is
That's the
reliable.
reliable one.
Yep. You continue
Alright.
to just barely move your arm against the wind as it barrel rolls into a few more shots and explodes just before reaching this guy over here.
Okay. All right, and then that was my free quick action. For my next quick action, I am going to, you know what? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. We're gonna go ahead and fire again.
All right. Well, with a skirmish, you can only fire with the same weapon once, so you'd have to use a different weapon.
When it comes to I thought one of my free action, I thought that I could do that.
If you
Never
overcharge,
mind.
you can use a weapon again.
You're right. You're right. Okay. Yep, that's right. You know what? We'll bring out the big one. If all else fails, it just means that. There we go. 18 to hit.
This is your shotgun?
Yeah, that's my shotgun.
All right. That would hit. You know what? I'm actually... Because I said the other one was barrel rolling in that direction and then exploded, and you're using a shotgun. I'm gonna make it roll an evasion. Well, I'm gonna make it roll an agility. How do I want to do this? I want to do this. Playing around with the system.
We gotta hydrate.
Because it either dodges into your shot or into the explosion. Yeah, so I'm gonna make it roll an agility check, and let's just see what happens, and then we'll.
How good of a pilot are
How
you?
good of a pilot are they? They are a really
Apparently
good
very.
pilot. They actually they lift their nose up, turn their thrusters off, and spin in the air as they both lose momentum and are pushed backward, creating a minimal what's the term? Minimal I guess engagement plane
Profile.
for minimal profile. That's what it is. Thank you, military people. Presenting a minimal profile, your shots and this explosion just sort of reverberate off of the now broadside of this interceptor as it drops back. Wow. That does use its barrel roll, however.
And honestly, I'm just more impressed than anything. And then I'm going to go ahead and overcharge.
All right. That is 1 heat to you.
Yep. And now we're going to go ahead and take another shot with my pistol.
There you go. Again, that minimal
Got it.
profile. Yep, just continues
Got
to corkscrew backwards before it throws its afterburners on and zooms forward once again, just completely losing whatever system lock you may have had on it.
I do have a reliable one with the pistol.
Excellent. That's right. Yeah, it zooms forward, and you do just barely manage to kick your thrusters on just enough to compensate with it and get a few shots, plink, 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 not center mass, but enough into the wings that it begins losing altitude and smoking. Despite its piloting skill, it is not able to pull this interceptor up and will have to eject before it hits the floor.
Also, as I'm taking shots with the pistol, you all just see my mech just big old middle finger, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use my movement to move forward too, because it's still difficult terrain.
Yep. Excellent.
And that's the turn.
That was a beautiful turn.
Well done.
All right. Well, you destroyed both of my interceptors, so I'm going to have to shoot you with something else now. And I think that's going to be this anti-aircraft facility. I will say, actually, because you two with Crackshot did throw yourself backwards, you are pretty much still right above it, so you're not going to face that increased difficulty. Everybody else has moved on, however. But the AA facility is now going to... let's see... They are going to make a flak cannon attack at... Well, it's going to be easiest to attack the two that are directly in front of them. I'm going to leave it up to the dice. Leave it up to the dice, because you're both...
You gotta stop
pretty
picking
hurt.
on Q. Come on.
The dice know the story. Q, you're number 1. We're doing a 1v2.
Okay.
Q is 1. All right.
Why do your dice hate Q?
I don't know.
The dice know the story.
The digital dice really hate Desperado.
Well, see, I do believe Q fucked some shit up in Cyber Rat, so I think my digital dice are remembering the
Oh
trauma
no!
from that.
Don't bring that on over here. Give me that boost.
Yeah, we got to get Hank back up in here.
Mm.
All right. You do still have.
I'll make a
soft
hell
cover,
right
though.
there. Oh yeah.
It is a hit for 3 kinetic damage.
Okay.
And with that, it is going to also use a quick action to bring its targeting lane back up. Let's see, this is a 3 wide lane, which is this square, and this square. So I can either include, yeah, I can't hit all 3 of you. So just to keep it from getting too confusing, 1, 2, 3, then it's not gonna, yeah, I can only get 2 of you at a time. Let's let's just throw it down the middle. So actually, Epithet, you are not in that lane right now. It is just
Okay.
Starblood and Blacksmith. Okay, that is its turn. Who's next?
Be real quick. All I'm doing is been and stabilizing.
Are we close enough to be able to attack the facility?
Yes, with +1 difficulty. Again, ignoring CQB weapons.
That's all I'm doing, so y'all can
You just stabilized?
Yep.
Cool.
move forward a little bit and Hey,
Would
what?
you? Can I tempt you with an overcharge to attempt to take out that AA? No.
No.
All right.
I'm already too high up on my overcharge bar, so
All right. Moving on then. The only other enemy I have is my E-Defense facility. That's not what oh, right, because I'm still on draw. I need to go back to token, open you up. Yeah, let's see. I need to roll a d6 to see if it recharges all of its stupid abilities. It gets back its blind feature, its blind hack. All right. It doesn't get back predatory logic, though. So, we're going to... Let's go blind with,
Bring it, come on.
How good are the sensors of this thing? How smart do I want to make this? It's not an automated facility. There are people down there. But I did say you are just in that sweet spot outside of the global suite. And actually, you've probably been falling even more with everybody dropping in and out of various states of stunned and thruster problems. So I don't think it has a direct beat on exactly what you are capable of. I think I'm going to roll a d3 and just go up from Starblood. So that is going to attack Bite here with a tech attack. Or blind.
Oh.
Yes. All right.
What hit me?
Bite, you are, I believe you had just finished trying to fight off an overheating tech attack problem when it completely switches tactics this time over. And while you're still trying to cool down your mech, you don't realize until it is too late that it has gotten into your sensor suite and basically just completely corrupted your entire sensor readout displays and whatnot. All you are getting at this point is a jumble of nonsense. You are effectively blind. So you only have line of sight on adjacent spaces until the end of your next turn.
Vibes. Okay.
And
Vibes.
then let me roll another 1d3 to see who it tries to tear down. That is Starblood. That is a tech attack now on Starblood. That is a hit. On a success, the target takes 1 heat immediately, so you take 1 heat damage, and then a further 4 heat at the start of the electronic facility's next turn. All right, that's it. That is all of my enemies, so now you guys can just go.
There's not a whole lot I can
Oh,
do.
yeah.
All I'm gonna do is scooch closer to my buds. Is it safe to be this close?
no.
No, not necessarily.
Absolutely not.
Do I have to be able to see people to bolster them?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not line
Sorry,
of sight,
Throne.
it is based on
I ain't doing
sensors,
that.
but this blind does scramble your sensors.
Okay. So I wouldn't be able to, even though I'm right next to him, I can't get blacksmith.
No, you can.
bolster.
You can
Okay.
only see adjacent hexes. So if you get right up next
Gotcha.
to him, you will be able to boost or
Okay,
bolster.
yeah. Sorry, not sorry, Havoc. I can't see you and I don't want to get closer, so peace out. So Shiv, knowing that Blacksmith was right next to them, is going to scoot just a little bit closer, just enough to be able to, like, toss out, like, help.
and be like, I can't see. Good luck. Have fun. Don't die. And just keep going.
You know what? I'm not trying to overly punish you, but I would like you to make me an agility check to see how good your piloting is, because you are traveling at re-entry speeds right now, trying to get this close to another building-sized character.
I love being gently bullied by DMs. It's great. So an agility check?
Yes. Let's just say you have to beat 10. Your standard narrative DC.
I'm sure that'll go so well for me.
Well,
Waha!
Yeah, you got
That's a
some piloting
21.
skills apparently.
I'm so cool.
So, ham that up for me.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so I can't see anything. All of my sensors are out, and I go, cool. I feel like Shiv has a very much like, as much as they love tech and they love what they do, there is a certain something about being able to, it's like you can drive an automatic really well, but you should know how to drive manual. And that kind of mindset kicks in here. And so they're kind of like scooting around and they're like, cool, 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 cool. I know where that is. That's a problem. Cool, cool, cool. And we'll slide up right next to him as if about to like attach, because there's kind of this new skill set that they're working with.
Yeah, you want to practice for goblin lock-ons with a 21? I'll let you just grab the shoulders.
Me. Oh yeah, hell yeah then. Then I'm just gonna fucking koala onto Blacksmith and just go and kind of help him a little.
hell
Alright.
yeah.
Blacksmith,
You have a backpack.
You have a backpack now that is applying a bolster to you.
All right.
And that really is
It's
some
me.
incredibly complex flying from this new Lancer pilot here, moving at high Mach speeds, circuitous orbital re-entry vector.
It's the coolest shit to witness, and then all you hear over the comms is a very quiet, I can't see.
Wait, you did the ship blind?
Yeah.
And
I don't know
moving
if
on.
I don't know if I want to be
You
a
hear me?
passenger ship myself.
And that's where we
Darn it.
smash cut to the next action.
That's me, yeah?
If you would like it to be.
Okay.
Fuck him up, Desperado.
There is the
All right.
anti-aircraft position that is still almost directly beneath you. It will be able to
Yeah.
continue firing, so you probably want to take it out before you attempt to land.
Oh yeah, I was planning on taking that out.
Excellent.
I want that gone. So I would like to do a please.
You cut out right on your action bar. You would like to do what?
I would like to do a pew pew.
Ah, yes.
Le pew pew.
Let
Standard
pew
old
pew.
reliable pew pew.
All right, let's see. All right. Can't do QCB, right?
Correct.
Okay. All right. I got one more. I have two more on my prototype.
Excellent.
We shoot. Yeah. All right. One difficulty, yeah?
Correct.
Or am I like right on it and we're dang it. But why though?
Well, because you're about, 5,000 feet out of your normal targeting range.
Okay.
Literally just
All right,
raining
so
bullets
we
down.
have gotcha. So we have stopped over the facility or the AA.
You've not stopped.
Can I just
but
immobilize?
You're breaking up a little bit. Oh no.
Give it a second.
Okay.
I heard you there.
Uh-oh. Okay.
All right. Yeah. What would you
We
like?
good now?
I think so.
Okay.
Maybe.
Oh,
Yeah.
keep going. Oh, there he is. Maybe.
Whatever,
just-
whatever it is, the problem only
Can't
seems to
speak it.
crop up at the very end of our streams.
I know. Maybe if we just don't spook him when he comes back.
Nobody
Uh,
move.
Yeah, maybe
Everybody-
drop it in text chat or something. Just to keep us
no.
moving if you can hear us.
They are froze. Here, I will message them.
All right. Yeah, it looks like we're having some technical difficulties on Q's end. So if somebody could message him, fill him in, ask him what he's doing, we can move on to somebody else in the turn order.
Yeah, I
Throne or
got it.
Blade?
Oh, they're back.
We might have him back.
You're muted, but you're back. We can't hear you at all.
Well, the picture's nice and fluid. Unfortunately, now the audio is cut out. Okay. Try to troubleshoot that. Normally, I wouldn't try to rush anybody, but we are at 10:15, and I would like to get us landing before the end of that. So, Starblood or Blacksmith.
Starblood, go for it.
Okay. So I think, yeah. Okay. Cool. Sit rep. Carry Blacksmith conditions.
I mean, other than the big ass thing trying to lock onto us, I'm fine.
I still can't see, but apparently that's not a problem for me.
Wonderful. Do me a favor and try not to fall out of the sky. I'm gonna use my protocol. I'm gonna send out my little bits to right. Yes. Yeah, to Buddy.
Okay.
Right, Buddy? Buddy, yeah. So again, they just sort of swarm around you, and there is this just like deep purple, almost like bluish sheen that surrounds you. And then there are a few that sort of zip around Throne, but they don't seem to connect to each other or create anything similar visually. Then Tavik is going to... So in his cockpit, there is a blaring warning of the rising heat levels. And y'all can see smoke beginning to sort of... Well, everyone but Buddy can see smoke sort of beginning to waft out from between, like, the panels. And I'm going to take a quick action to move. Oh, we're moving half speed here,
Yep.
right? So actually, I'm going to take my normal move. Then I'm going to use a quick action. Move 2 more. Right? That'll put me... Can I use my other quick action to try and drop a frag on the facility? Like, to try and drop a mine?
I think it's a skirmish ability, right?
That's a quick ability for me to
Yeah.
drop a mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you either need to target or, manually line it up. Either of those is a quick action, and then actually dropping the mine is another quick action.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So do you have the turn economy to do that?
So if I don't take that second move, I do, as long as I'm still as long as I would still be within range to do it. I don't know how we're doing that, because I know you had said we don't have to move up manually to it.
Yeah. No, we'll say that. Yeah.
Okay. Then I can then I won't take the movement. And instead I'll try rolling my agility to
All right.
drop on it. I get +1 to that. That is a 15.
All right. Yes, that you can line it up appropriately. Go ahead. You drop your payload of your mine. How many of those do you have, actually?
So I have 3 in total. I've used 2 now.
Okay. When do they recharge? Is that a rest thing?
I
think
believe
it's
that's
for-
Full
Oh,
repair.
it is, right?
Full repair? We'll look
yeah,
it
I
up.
believe so.
I will say, if you would like to, you can drop both of your remaining charges.
Done.
All right.
Happily.
Roll 4d6.
Okay. Great. Alright, that's 22.
All right. That's a good roll, man.
And he's
that's
just
3
leaving
sixes.
behind.
About time somebody got a good roll.
Yeah, seriously.
And of course, you know who it had to be. But he just sort of zips forward, and then at the last second he cuts. There's this stream of smoke behind him, and as he cuts, he's just sort of engulfed in it, and you just see the mines fall out from the cloud of smoke that sort of surrounds him, and you can see little wisps of flame sort of flickering through the very dark smoke.
All right.
And he shuts off the heat warning, and then he like slams his fist down on the overlay, like the part of the screen that has it, just to sort of like in frustration.
All right. Let's see. Foundry's thinking about something. I may have made a mistake trying to destroy this token because it is not a mech. We'll see what happens there.
Oh no!
Um,
You know what? I think we know what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we know
we
it's a
got
blown
it,
up
yeah.
building.
Tavic's never going to let you live this down, but we see Tavic boost forward, just flames licking up from the thrusters on its back and its legs, and it's pushing its engines as hard as it can to get over top of this facility as quickly as possible. What, do you have like a compartment that opens up, or you just like dropping mines from packs?
There's so on the outside paneling of his legs, of Throne's legs, it sort of like there's a bulge and then it shunts closed, so the slots just open and they fall out from either side.
All right, we see these two clusters of little bricks fall down below the clouds, and a few seconds beat, and then massive explosions. It looks like it actually seems to have hit something that has caused secondary explosions, because the whole facility just erupts in this electrifying bluish-grayish cloud of energy.
I have a question mechanically.
Sure.
So with the facility destroyed, it doesn't get a next turn. When does my heat get applied, if at all? Or does it not?
I don't think it does because it doesn't get another turn.
Yeah.
Oh, because you got hit by teardown, huh?
Yeah. At the start
Yes.
of the witch's next turn.
Yeah.
The witch
no, it
does not
doesn't
have
get
a next
another
turn.
so
So you're good.
Doesn't happen?
Yeah.
Okay.
lucky.
All right.
Oh,
There we go. I managed to reset the map.
you're very lucky. Those
All
things
right.
are safe.
So you're gonna cook.
Yep, that was gonna hit my heat cap. I was gonna be in a lot of trouble.
Ooh. That's very good that you managed to do that.
By the way, I know Desperado was wanting to pull off another crack shot on the facility,
All
Yeah.
right.
just to cancel out.
Yes, that was the idea.
All right. I can hear you.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. Can you use
Great.
can you use crack shot to make a flat roll? I will say. Let's see. Because you used that before, which dropped you back. Basically, we're thrustering against the wind. So basically, you're just trying to hover above the facility right now. So it will essentially move you off of the map, but it will allow you to do that. And we'll see. There might be narrative consequences to this later, but I'll let you do it. Yeah.
Okay.
Just might take you a second to catch up with everybody else. Unfortunately, I roll a 2. That's a miss.
Okay. All right. Well, we want to get rid of this stupid thing. So, can I overcharge and shoot something else?
Yes. The only other applicable weapon you have is your Hunter-Killer Nexus.
Yeah. Okay, then I'm gonna do it.
All right.
You should need to overcharge though.
Yeah, because firing.
Oh.
Yeah, you would skirmish. Well, it would be a skirmish with your main rifle, or you could. You could skirmish with
Okay.
your main rifle and then skirmish with your Hunter-Killer. It would be effectively the
Okay,
same as
well, then,
using
yeah,
a
let's do that.
barrage. Yeah.
Okay. Dope. Yeah. It's still the same thing because it's rifle.
Yep.
Hurrah. Okay. Hopefully.
That's a
Oh, I
4.
forgot to target the thing. Bruh.
No, unfortunately,
Okay,
even hovering over top of it, it seems that it is. Yeah, this isn't even the E-defense facility. This is just the anti-aircraft. Yeah, you are just. It is too much at this altitude. You are so high up, away from the target. The wind's buffeting at you. You trying to compensate from your momentum again at orbital re-entry speeds. You're only able to push yourself backwards and keep yourself at a stable location so much. And these single shots that you're being able to take with your rifles and your Nexus delivery systems just can't seem. They hit around this facility. You can see small chunks and eruptions in the soil around the outer walls, but you're not able to land a solid shot.
Sure. Okay.
At this point,
Hold
though, I
on.
think you can overcharge to skirmish again with an already used weapon.
Okay. We're gonna have to try it. This thing needs to go away now. Jabus.
Yeah, because I don't think Blacksmith has any weapons capable of hitting it.
Yeah, I would have to reload.
Let's see here. Is that another 4?
Jesus Christ.
You. What did you do to Foundry?
I just want to point out these digital dice hate us so much.
So much. It's ridiculous.
All right. Okay. Well, you would take some heat damage depending on how many times you have overcharged. Have you overcharged before?
No.
All right, so that's 1 heat on you.
Mm-hmm.
With that, yeah, that brings us to Blade.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to full action to reload my missile rack.
Yep.
So that's going to be a stabilize.
Yep.
Okay. Do that. And
Barry,
then
do you have any? Do you have any mines left?
oh,
Sure do.
well, the thing is, I am also going to go ahead and overcharge so I can
Yep.
now fire said missile launcher.
All right, go for it.
All right, let's do this. Take that
Uh,
heat.
This is at -1, +1 difficulty.
Yeah, that's fine.
And he's
Okay.
bolstered.
All right, so you do get a
Like
+2.
missiles are a much better choice than rifles for taking out these kind of things.
Okay. All right, so I'm bolstered, so
Mhm.
I get 1 accuracy and 1 difficulty.
Well, bolster is a
Mm.
+2. It's not
Oh,
a it's not a
+2.
full accuracy, right? It's a +2 to.
It's
Yeah.
a +2, but it's not to your attack rolls, I don't think.
Okay,
It's skill checks and saves.
got it.
Okay,
Yeah, I
Oh,
think that's
okay.
accurate. Yeah.
cool.
All right, let's try this.
So it's just with a -1d6.
Nope, -2. That's miss.
Okay. Yeah. Normally, because it has a blast radius as a missile, I was gonna give you some damage, but since you can't
Yeah,
even
nope.
get a positive integer, yeah,
Nope.
it just goes wide, explodes
that's
into
it.
a mountain somewhere.
That's all I got.
All right.
Oops.
With that, I mean, I'm gonna say I was. Yeah, we're gonna drop into narrative time here.
Narratively, could blacksmith, so saying that like Bite is still blinded,
Mhm.
could blacksmith just drop back and position me like
That's exactly what I was.
Yeah.
a bomb drop
So,
so I can drop a mine?
if I may, actually, I want to narrate something pretty cool here.
Oh yeah.
Let me just bring up. Did I get rid of that facility? Because I want to check that blind condition real quick. E-defense facility, blind. The target
Wouldn't that be
remains
gone
until
by
the
now,
end
actually?
of their next. It's until the end of their next turn. So actually, yeah, once you latched on to blacksmith, your sensors would begin rebooting. So,
Oh, nice.
if I may, actually, you propose that plan to blacksmith. We see Blade 2 throw on its retro thrusters and just get swept up in the clouds, burning backwards as much as it can against that re-entry speed, dropping back almost as much, almost close enough to this anti-aircraft facility as we see Blacksmith reach back, grab your frame, spin around, and just throw you backwards and down towards the facility. We see Buddy spinning in air. You throw your correctional, your correction thrusters on, stabilize yourself, and just launch out your remaining mine packs. You are plummeting down towards the ground, unfortunately, but we see again these explosions of green electrical flame just erupt over the weapons battery down there. That facility is destroyed, and your thrusters kick on once again, pushing you up just below the floor of this of this rocky, hilly terrain.
Incredible.
The five of you, then, I will say actually, Buddy and Desperado, you have used up so much of your momentum that you are not capable of keeping up with the other three for right now. So we see Starblood, Blacksmith, and Solitaire in this V making their way towards the mining complex. You can see it along the horizon. This is when Hajiri comes over comms again. I can confirm that all defensive installations within effective perimeter of the mining complex have been destroyed. You have a clear window to land. I will leave it up to you whether you would like to take time to effect repairs and recon. If you do, however, we will need to pull back our secondary support teams. We will not be able to maintain an effective profile here while under fire for a long-term duration. If you would like to land and do anything other than assault the facility, we will need to fall back to orbit.
Push.
Agreed.
I'm gonna hang back. I'll be staying with secondary. Hopefully you won't need me again.
Just watch our backs.
Desperado, how you looking over there? I know you took a couple of hits.
Right as rain.
We
Keep it
push.
that way.
That was sarcasm.
All right. So, let me actually give you what you are seeing here. Show to players. All right. Can you now see the map of the mining complex?
I can
So it
see
opened to the-
brief.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but if you click down, you should be able to see the
Yeah,
map
there's
under
another
that.
there's another
Oh.
page. Yeah.
Got it. Oh, that's cool.
Ooh,
All right.
magical.
All right. So this is what you are seeing, and below it in the description you can see a guess about what all of these labeled places are. You have the option to try to land somewhere, effect repairs, and do on-foot recon and whatever other narrative things you would like to do down there. That would mean, however, that the secondary teams would have to fall back because they can't just stay around taking shots at things. Or you could push forward with just the intel you have and try to do a direct assault on the arcology. In which case, you would have support. So it's a question of whether you want to repair and assess the situation, or whether you want to just go in as is.
I think there's 3 of us that are significantly damaged, and we already know that our original intel was outdated. I think it's better to do recon.
You could end up trapped very quickly if you do.
I worry that we give them enough time, they're going to be able to bolster their defenses against us.
Yep, they already knew that we were coming. It's only going to get worse from here.
Not exactly seeing any good places to hunker down for any length of time. I say we do what
There isn't any.
repairs we can en route and then go for it.
Well, you would land someplace outside of this map.
Yeah.
Behind a hill somewhere in one of the smaller forested areas, and then move in, on foot or ground vehicle or whatever it is. But I mean, don't let me try to persuade you one way or another.
If we did recon of any kind, so if we slowed down and sent them back, we couldn't bring back reinforcements. They can't come back.
They'd have to fight their way through.
They would have to fight
Yeah.
their way.
Yep.
It would take time to bring them back from orbit. They would have to fight their way back through any defenses unless you were able to take them down or otherwise confuse those defenses. Yeah, so it would require a lot more coordination to get your reinforcements back, basically.
If you want to wait, you will be on your own. And that means there's no surefire way out, and there definitely won't be anyone to cover for you. So,
Call it Blacksmith.
I'm fine with pushing ahead. Desperado, if we need to. I have some systems that might be able to put a buffer around you. And if we need to, I think we can make emergency repairs during the battle as well.
If we're pushing, we're pushing. That's fine.
Let's
all
push.
right, kids, don't fuck this up.
Fuck
And I think
you.
Starblood is going to start falling back.
Okay.
Hey, you might want to kill that thing off. You're trailing more smoke than your aunt's last birthday cake.
Well, with
See you
that,
after.
I will take all of my notes for everything you could have done on the ground and throw them in my GM trash can. And we will pick up next week as you guys barrel straight forward towards the unknown defenses of a reinforced arcology. Alright, so I think that is where our camera is going to fade. We see Starblood again throw himself back into the atmosphere and burn retrograde to where, his original approach vector, as we see him boost back towards Hajiri, Hotjaw, and Lich of his own actual secondary support team. And we will see what they get up to at some point. That leaves Buddy and Blade 2 at the front, leading the charge for this facility, because Desperado and Solitaire are still quite a ways behind, having dropped their momentum as much as they could. So they may take some time to get up to you guys during this frontal assault. But we see this squad of our new Lancers zooming towards this mining complex over the pit mines that have been dug, past the bombed out and probably repaired facility, towards this stacked, actually quite lush looking arcology superstructure that has been created and actually quite well maintained, aside from a few holes that have been blasted into it and subsequently patched over with different material. And we'll fade there as the illumination from the thrusters get dimmer and dimmer on their approach. All right. Good job surviving and taking out the ground defenses. We will pick up next week and see how this frontal assault goes.
Woot woot! We lived!
Yeah.
No thanks to the frickin'
Very-
dice, though.
Yeah, man, the
Seriously?
dice hated you guys today.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
they
felt like I
hated
had a pretty good
Desperado.
relationship with the dice.
I know. I
Hey,
think I was doing
hey,
pretty
hey,
okay.
You
with
even
that.
had
Hey.
some shit rolls
Hey.
tonight too.
No, I did.
You also
I
had some shit rolls.
I did.
Yeah.
I think I
Yeah.
overall did progress.
All right.
Those dice would definitely come from Desperado, though.
Yeah, they really were. All right. Cool. Well, we're going to wrap it up here, but not before we do our closing announcements and outros, because we got to figure out where you can find all of these other lovely people throughout the week and what they have going on. So let's do that, and then I'll do my closing announcements once we're done. Let's throw it back to you guys. Kick it off with
well-
Sean as usual. Where are you?
Well, hi.
What do you do?
What do I do? I mostly try to avoid doing things if I can. I'm Sean. Tonight I've been playing August Walker Solitaire. God, what do I have? Do I have anything coming up later this month? I actually think the only thing I have going on this month is going to be on the 29th over on Singularity RPG. We're going to be playing Heart of Darkness, which is an alien campaign. I'm getting close to the end of it. We're on maybe... If this isn't the last one, it might be the next to last one. I don't know. Everybody's going to die. That's all I'm convinced of. If we kill each other, that's completely possible and within the realm there as
Question:
well.
would it be an alien game if that wasn't the case?
No, absolutely not. I mean, at least 3/4 of your cast has to die or be
just
transformed
wondered if
into
they
some
did
kind of horrible monster.
I can
You know,
attest
it's
to
just
this.
the way the game goes.
Or have their face melted because somebody didn't
Or have
realize
their
they had.
fa-
they
you know,
had
there's
acid
always a
blood.
combination
Yep.
that can happen. You know,
Healthy mix.
Exactly.
Righty.
That's what I've got going on this month. Other than being here, yeah, it's a quiet month for me. I'm going to enjoy it
Nice.
after last month, which was
Mhm.
ridiculously busy. I mean, not Q and Lion levels of busy, but busy.
Jesus,
Yeah.
seriously.
All right. Excellent.
Alrighty.
Well, Haley, when you're not performing ace piloting maneuvers and latching on to a
Yeah.
giant mech, what do you do?
I sit around a lot. I crochet and I sit with my cats on the weekends. It's great. But
Cozy.
if you mean in the TTRPG sphere, I am a regular cast member of Another Bad Side Quest. That's at Another BS Quest on Twitter. We are currently in the midst of filming and doing test runs and chemistry reads for our upcoming second campaign. We're very excited about it. You can see me playing a bubblegum pink tiefling wizard with a southern accent. She's adorable. I love her dearly. But yeah, more to come on the timing for that one, but mostly I'm just here hanging out, yelling into the void. So all of that fun stuff.
Very nice. Who's up next? I think it's Q.
It's Q.
It is me.
What do you got going
It sure
on?
Yeah.
is. I had to write them down.
Strap
Just
in,
because I
folks.
need. Okay. Hey, how about you fucking don't, bud? Anyway, so we're gonna go in what's coming up next. Chronologically, we have Nephilim, which is on Tuesday. Hold on. Skirt. Hi, I'm Q. You can find me on the internet at Midnight Inc. As Midnight_INQ. Q is my name. I'm sure you get it. I am, just a regular internet goblin. I do assist. I'm a part of the production team for Tales from the Table Studios. So you can find me on there when our products are done. The things that I have going, you can put your finger back up now. On Live from the Apocalypse, there's Nephilim, which is another space thing. I'm also playing a cowboy there. These are different cowboys. It's fun. Alternating Tuesdays from that, I will be on Entropy Emporium for They Call Us Villains, which is a masks horror game. Playing just the sweetest, saddest boy. It's fun. Thursdays, it's like gonna be 2 weeks from now. Playing Redacted, which is a psychological thriller Pyro the Apocalypse game that JD made. Coming up on a Friday soon. I don't remember the exact date. Don't worry about it. I think it's the 19th. A Season of Secrets and Shadows, which is a Regency era Monster Hearts game, which is very good.
It's so good.
It's so good. We're on season 3. I may or may not have stabbed God. Don't worry about it. Anyway, and then on alternating Saturdays, Class Reunion. I'm guest starring, maybe continuing to be a character. Who knows? It's a D&D sort of isekai situation. It's a lot of fun. I have other projects, but they're in the works, so I can't talk about them yet. But just know that I am tired.
Right. Awesome. Lots going on. Lots going on, and even more in the works. That is great. Okay. Where were we? What were we doing? After all that.
It's me now.
Yes.
Mine's gonna be very short in comparison. Hi, I'm Andrew.
We need the buffer between Q and Lion.
I have been playing Mission, piloting Blade 2, having a fantastic time, missing lots of roles. It's great. So I'm on the internets as that gamer Ajax. I have a YouTube channel that I'm working on getting content back to. The last couple of weeks have just been a little rough on that. Other things that I have coming up, really the only thing I've got is I'm trying to run a game teaching how to play Emberwind on Start Playing. That is, I'm looking at trying to go on Thursday for that. We'll see if I have enough people signed up for it though. But that is about it. So other than that, I guess that if I have a message, play any TTRPGs. They're fantastic. There are so many good ones.
Yes. I think we all can second that. All right, everybody, get your fingers ready again, because we're now back with Drake Lionheart.
No, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Hey, all, it's Drake Lionheart. Most people call me Lion. I'm the creative director for Tales from the Table Studios, something that started as an actual play studio and has just grown into a phenomenal new community. We've got a bunch of really great people. If you want to check us out, you can find us at TFTT Studios on all socials. You can just look us up at Tales from the Table Studios. You'll find us everywhere. You can follow me on most socials at the Lion Knight 42. We just announced the casting call for our next show, Echoes of Refinement. If you like TTRPGs, cooking, and exploring the relationship between food and culture, you should sign up. We're going to have our call sheet up on all socials and in our Discord, which you can find through any of our socials. Open until April 14th, so sign up for that. It's going to be great. Secret project I can't talk about yet, which is fine. We're going to have another casting call up soon. That's really exciting. Can't say too much about that yet, but it's coming, and that's hype. You'll also be able to find me here almost every week as, say it with me here, we can do this, John Havoc Creighton Vasir Harrison IV. Eventually, we'll be able to do this as a sing-along. It's very exciting. I'm also a game designer. I've written a Kids on Bike modules, which you can find as a part of the TTRPGs for Palestine bundle, which is currently accepting more game submissions. It's phenomenal. Go check out Just the Human on most socials. You'll be able to find it there. Fantastic games, great cause. Keep an eye on that because it's super worth it. And I'm working on I can talk about it now, apparently. I'm working on a Powered by the Apocalypse game called Awesome Adventures, which has a lot of touchstones in things like Adventure Time and Amphibia and Steven Universe. I'm really excited to hopefully be doing some kind of alpha testing by the end of the year. Yeah, and I think that's pretty much it for me for now. We'll see how long it stays this calm, because probably not very long. But that's me.
Excellent. All right, so lots of great stuff from these amazing people. Go check them out. I dropped all their links in the chat there. Let me do some quick shout-outs for our friends, supporters, and sponsors helping me bring the Starcrier Conflict to you. First of all, quick shout-out to my buddy, Zach Walsh, who is responsible for the opening music and narration of our opening credits. Excellent stuff, and yet another link I need to fix on Nightbot. Sorry, Zach. If you, he does all kinds of great stuff, including music and voice acting. I believe he is looking to get into voice acting more. So if you need a voice actor, go check him out. And other than that, he has Scheduled for Launch, which does something very similar to what I do on here occasion with Whip Workshop. He likes to talk talk with indie TTRPG creators and indie creators in general. I think he's done music before and different knickknacks and stuff. Go check out his channel. Great stuff over there. I would also like to give a shout out to our sponsor, one of our sponsors here. The Starcrier Conflict is brought to you in part by Veil of the Void Reforged. Grab a fistful of your favorite six-sided dice and set out on an adventure across the stars. Learn and improve your skills with every roll, blitz across the battlefield, slashing down foes, casting magics, and supporting your teammates, all in a single turn. And face the wrath of enemies who will learn and grow as they fight against you. Visit sdgcreatives.com and purchase Veil of the Void Reforged for your next adventure today. And stick around for the closing credits because there's a coupon in there, code RPG, for 10% off your order. Go check it out. It's a beautiful game. I said that long before they were actually sponsoring this show. It's been featured on RPGs Uncovered a number of times, and I frequently rub my face against the lovely paper of the book. So go check that out and pick up your own copy. Other than that, I think that's all I have to plug. I will remind everybody, if you're still following along and would like to support, there's the Mayhem meter down below. If that ticks up between games, I keep an eye on that and apply it to the next available episode. That is my way of being able to give back to this amazing cast. All those funds are split up and sent back to these lovely faces on your screen. And every $50, cool things happen, and I have a really overpowered, stupid NPC to throw at them when you do so. So if you have disposable income, go check that out. If you have even more and would like to support the channel specifically and our production upgrade, you can go over to our Ko-Fi, which not only allows you to help donate to the show, but you can check out after shows, character dossiers. We'll probably be dropping playlists soon. All kinds of behind-the-scenes stuff, whatever I can think of to give you guys for support. So definitely more incoming there. With that, every Thursday, I also do a Baldur's Gate 3 4-person playing it like a module Let's Actual Play. It's a very interesting game when you take all of the companions out and basically write your own narrative story over top of Baldur's Gate 3. And we got some great players over there who have created some very nuanced characters, and we get into a lot of fun outside of the general Baldur's Gate 3 story, and it's a great time. Yeah, I think that's all I have going on, but I will also direct you to Substratum Protocol, because I just did an interview with Andy Boyd of Pandian Games, who has created Substratum Protocol. It is currently crowdfunding on BackerKit. I just dropped it in the link there. You can go check that out. So if you like delving deep into the Earth to try to stop some extra-dimensional portal from ripping our planet apart, you can do that there, and it sounds like a really cool game. It is a solo plus game, so you can play it by yourself, you and a buddy, or you and a full group. It could be a one-shot, it can be a full campaign adventure, and it uses both dice mechanics and cards with the Breathless system and the Firelights system. And it's not nearly as complex as you would think it is. It's very intuitive and very fun to play, so go check that out as well. I think that's all the shilling that I have to do. Let me also see if there's anybody we can raid, because I don't do that often enough. But while I'm picking that out, stick around. I'll probably see about raiding somebody here. But as always, thank you for joining us here at RPGs Uncovered. Everybody stay happy, stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy, keep having fun, and keep checking back here at RPGs Uncovered for more Starcrier Conflict. We'll see you next week, everybody. Good night and happy time zone.
Love
Enjoy
you.
our closing credits. Or yeah. Bye.